I don't know if there's gonna be that much of a reaction.
No, that's fair.
Oh no, there's gonna be a reaction.
Did you get to the
Just
line?
not the line. Sephiroth, this guy.
Yeah, and then he just goes nothing personal. Fucking nothing personnel kid.
Don't take it personally.
Don't take
It's just an act of mercy.
I was not well set up for this. I'm going to like a lake in southern Wisconsin for the weekend with some friends. And so I was,
awesome.
oh yeah, it should be really fun. But I was going out and just buying like a COVID rapid test and getting all that done just to make sure that I was all clear there before
That's a great idea.
I actually went out because I didn't want to get one of my friends sick or something. Like,
Are you like super vaccinated like me?
yeah, I'm fully vaccinated with the
boosted as well?
booster. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
high
I like
five.
it should be fine, but you never know. And the cases in Chicago right now are spiking hard, so I don't do too much. I didn't imagine I actually had it, but I was like, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I think I kind of am getting the impression that we're on the verge of another like nationwide spike soon.
Probably. I mean, it already really is a nationwide spike,
Yeah.
as far as I can tell. Like I haven't looked at the case numbers recently, but the last time I saw it was like, oh, they're spiking like they were in the last wave almost. That's cool.
God, I heard there was a subvariant of Omicron that was like super vaccine resistant. So that's fun. I picked a great time to stop working in restaurants, though, I've got to say.
Yeah, no kidding. Are you doing something else now? Because I know you're moving here pretty soon. Yeah, that's what you said.
I'm looking for clerical work now. It's
Okay.
kind of hard to find a job for like 3 months, but
Yeah.
I want to save up as much as I can in that time before I move. But
That makes sense.
It's hard, this job search, man. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, job searching in the best of times sucks ass. Like, even if you're qualified for stuff, it's still just a massive pain. Boomer says, quick before the mods get me, as she is a mod. Yeah, it's too late. I even forced Fan in here. He doesn't know what he's getting in for. I mean, you know that it's a JRPG, so I'm gonna have to spend like 70 years upgrading all my skills and, listening to horribly cheesy dialogue, but the rest of it's...
In your opinion, who is the most waifu party member?
In this DLC, I think there's really only one option, and it's probably Laura.
That's a girl?
Yeah.
Alright, it's good armor design if I can't immediately tell that she's got tits.
Like, Laura and Hayes are the only two reasonably designed characters, because you've got Bithra over here, who looks even worse in game than she does in this picture. And then there's Bridget, who has a cool design, but similar design problems. And I think for the DLC, that's the only those are the only characters.
Rumor says I have double talk. Are you like double capturing my voice somehow?
I probably am. Let me see here. Talk now?
Hello, it's me, Fan of Gaming, the cool guy.
Is that fine?
Yeah, it sounds much better.
Okay. Then I'm going with that. Skill points do I have? I'm trying to save.
How good is the leveling system in this game?
It's fine. There's just too many systems. So like, there's this system for upgrading the main actual characters that you control. There's also, you can upgrade their skills. You can also give them accessories. You can also give them pouch items for temporary debuffs. You can also give the supporting characters that they use their own giant affinity chart where you have to make them like you more to unlock these things and do random asinine tasks like defeat an Arlo Kabipa.
It's like if someone wanted to make Path of Exile a dating sim.
Yeah. Cause sometimes you have to go shopping. There's fucking Mithra. Why do you have one skill at like full?
Girls talk. No, we can't escape it.
We can't fucking escape.
Oh, you want some crepes? Ooh, that boy is so handsome. That Jin.
God damn it, Mithra.
He's so edgy.
There's Solar's Talos. Like, clearing those is a pain. You also have, like, aux cores for these guys, which is basically their equipment. And they have a separate weapon equipment system. And you can upgrade their abilities, too. There's just too many things going on. And
it's a bit much, yeah.
Yeah. But there's enough meaningful decisions, at least in the base game. The DLC kind of works differently, because in the base game, you can, like, choose what, like, supporting characters go with the main character that you're controlling. But in this one, I think you might be fixed to a few specific supporting characters for each person, which is probably going to be a lot more focused. So I'm excited to see how they do that. Assuming that actually is the case, and I don't see the button for getting the random characters on the menu here, so that makes me think. Is it
just me, or is Jin's art style in the character menu like completely at odds with all of the rest of the characters?
Yes, it's because they designed like they just hired a bunch of different artists to design different characters. So like you'll notice that like Laura and Hugo look really similar. And then there's also, like, a Gion who's really fucking out of place. And Jin who's out of place. Well, they designed one person to, they got one person to do the design for all the bad guys in the base game. And Jin's one of the bad guys. So all the bad guys look kind of similar. Most of the good guys look kind of similar. Like...
Okay, that makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's also bad. Like... Some of the art design does just not work out. Anyway, this is the they actually put like tights on her in this game to make her design less terrible, but that's Mithra over there. Her job is to not have agency, and
that's the elf from Kami Alchemy Meister. I will hear
you think so? She got a pretty different personality. She's just the tsundere character.
Oh, okay.
That's all she's got. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just along for the ride here. I don't really have a whole lot of expectations.
So, in the last... I'll give you some background on this, because you probably don't really know what's going on.
Not even a clue.
Yeah, there's... this is actually the DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I made playing the DLC a channel points reward for 200,000 channel points, and I did not tell people that that's what the channel points reward was. So it is thanks to Dark Young that we're playing this god-awful video game even more.
It was like a mystery incentive. It was like like a blind bag.
Oh, yeah, it was the Loot Bithra incentive, and I said it would give you a free pizza or an unmod person if you did it, and Young chose the free pizza. But that's the only reward in the loot box that I actually, told people what it was. Belle almost got there. I think Belle has over 200,000 points now, but...
I can get a real pizza? That's insane.
Yeah. It's a lot of channel points, because I can't buy every single person a pizza.
It's every month. You only have to watch your stream for 200 hours or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, I can't voice the guy if he hasn't said anything.
I'm just going... So they'll have random times in, like, the side quests that they'll, actually talk to you. I don't know if I'll be able to kill that thing, because this seems like a really high-level area. Like, I just saw the side quest here, but...
that is a full roster of characters.
Yeah, I think this has got to be almost everybody that we have at this point. That we're gonna get, because... Like, there just can't be that many more people. I'm making random things in case that gives me a bonus. Bunnet stuff. I thought it said burnt stuffed peppers, and I was like, why on earth can I make burnt stuffed peppers as an item?
In my culture, there's a pretty common way of cooking things called blackening it.
Yes,
which is like a combination of seasoning the shit out of it and then burning it.
But that's actually like doing it with a purpose. Like, blackened food is incredible.
It could be pretty good. There's no denying it.
Alright, so I've made everything that I can. Cool. I'm gonna ignore the chat function right now. We'll get to that later after I've explained the story of the game. So this is a prequel to the actual story of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What happens in that story generally doesn't matter, but for your background, we know that of the characters here, the character I'm controlling right now gets frozen in a block of ice after Mr. Edgy Boy eats her heart and fuses with her to become half machine, half human.
That's hot.
The fire lady also appears, but she's mostly lost her memory. She like keeps a journal so that every time she's reincarnated, she sort of keeps her memories though. So she like knows what happens here. And then blonde-haired lady knows everything because she just has full memories of all this, theoretically.
Okay. Let's take a tiny step back, because I'm not that familiar with Xenoblade broadly, but I did play like 5 hours of the first game. Is there like still kind of a war going on between machines and humans and whatever?
So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like almost an entirely different universe as Xenoblade Chronicles 1. They link up at the very end of the game, where like the worlds merge, and I think that's going to be the plot for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 when that releases in September. But this one's like entirely different. And this one, like the supporting characters, I've been avoiding saying this because it's just I didn't know if it was worth explaining. But they're called Blades, and in the main story of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's basically said that they're essentially just computers gathering data on living beings, so that they can, like the creator of this world can recreate life after it was wiped out, like however fucking many millenniums ago. They all
ever play games with straightforward stories.
Maybe. I'm trying to summarize like 34 hours of story.
No, I know you're doing your best, but it's like these JRPGs always have such ridiculous, convoluted storylines and characters.
I get a different quest. Which one's my active one? This one's just like gather barrels.
What?
Yeah, I know. There's like a get all the barrels quest that I have. I don't know how I could even complete that. Remember Baton Kaitos? No.
I couldn't play Xenoblade 1 for very long because it just felt like I was playing an MMO by myself.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of how this game is too.
I figured.
It's different combat. I think it's meaningfully worse than Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Yes, I know.
That's impressive, honestly.
Because it's another like victim of system bloat, where in the base game it takes the game 20 hours to tutorialize itself to you and actually unlock all its systems, because there's like blade combos and driver combos, and you're supposed to like stack ability debuffs on people to kill them quicker. Anyway, I should voice these characters. It's funny. I was expecting it to be all glitz and glamour. Halls of gold, diamond chandeliers, and all that. But there's nothing like that here. I like this much better. It all depends on the country. Some of the nobility like to travel in style, and believe me, they don't go halfway. Morardain, on the other hand, is a military state. They take a more pragmatic approach. Just as their emperor must be a masterful driver, so must their diplomatic vessels be armed for war. That is the Ardainian way. So long as its mission is not a covert one, every flagship under our command must be a throne I may ascend. Alright, you're up, Finn.
If the leader's the first to fall, what then?
The requirements of Finn being here by JJ, which I don't know why JJ gets to make requests, but is that he must continue to voice Jin in a Batman voice.
Does JJ usually voice the characters in general?
Jin. Yeah, he would usually just take some characters, so if there's anyone you particularly want to voice, go for it.
I'll feel it out.
Alright. It's alright, Laura. He makes a valid point. That is precisely why Aegean and Brigid, the jewels of the Empire, have been bestowed upon me. Your Majesty. We will do everything in our power to protect you, Your Majesty, even at the cost of our lives. I am blessed to have such loyal companions. We really need to get Young in to voice Hugo, because Hugo is Scottish for some reason.
Aren't they all, like, kind of vaguely British?
All the humans are vaguely British, and all the blades are American.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's really stupid. Your Majesty, we have urgent news. His Majesty is currently entertaining guests. It would entreat you not to incur his displeasure. My humble apologies, Your Majesty. It's alright. I trust his news is in special importance. Please give us your tidings. Of course, Your Majesty. As you know, we've applied stricter regulations to our scout patrols in light of the recent tragedy at Torgoth. Well, one of our patrols happened on young Gomotti near the camp at Segafale, but they lost track of him. So, you think he might be a survivor? We believe so. We can send out further patrols immediately, if His Majesty assents. I see. I'm sorry we had to keep you waiting. Please go ahead. Yes, Your Majesty. Most of the cutscenes are voiced, but there's these awful ones like this that are just forever long. I would like for our country to shelter as many refugees as falls within our means. I do hope he can find them quickly. Wait, we should go with him. What for? Their army's not exactly short-staffed. He's just a kid. He'll be scared witless of the soldiers. Of course he's gonna run away. Oh, Laura's got a point. Very well, let's head out. We would do well to make haste before he strays any further afield. Thanks, guys. You're such a bunch of do-gooders. It's gonna land us in trouble someday. Where's the boy gone?
We never turn a blind eye to people in need.
I guess I have to do that.
Alright, well, I don't know any of their established personalities, so for now I'll commit to voicing any, like, generic characters, like that soldier.
Alright, you want to voice this person, then?
Is this a generic character?
Yep, this is a generic character, as far as I can tell.
What the fuck is this person?
That's a blade.
Okay.
Most of them don't get real designs.
Get a grip, I beg you. What's the use of worrying before you even set off?
This person's also generic.
Oh my god. No, see, that's the worst part. I thought I'd have the courage by now, but it's just...
Is something the matter? You seem troubled.
Who are you then?
Oh, this is... Oh, no, that's you.
Oh, is that me? Okay. Oh, this is great. Kaida, look! We can just ask these people for help. Are we really gonna go through all this again?
If I could interject, why don't you just tell us what's wrong, and then we'll take it from there, Oh, good. Snap fucking cut. Ah, I see. So Lighter's only just become a driver.
That's right. So I've come to Gormat to explore around, hoping I'd get a bit stronger. And that's why you're asking strangers for their help as soon as we arrive. Makes sense. Bro, that is a cat.
Yeah, basically.
Is that how little faith you have in me?
Don't worry, we haven't even seen the cat hair people yet. This is just...
Hey, that's not fair. You know, I just...
Well, how about this? After you head off, we'll follow you at a distance. So we can step in if things get ropey? But if it looks like you're managing on your own strength, we'll leave you well alone. Does that sound good?
That seems reasonable enough. It does? Awesome! Thank you so much, guys!
I knew we'd end up stepping into something like this. Come off it, Mithra. Our meeting here was also the work of fate, after all.
Before we go, we should establish a clear goal. We can't keep providing aid forever.
Thank you, Batman.
Oh, is that me? Yeah. For the time being, let's say we'll head for the serene Springside. It's meant to be somewhere nearby.
Hey, is any ideas? I have heard before. It's somewhere on the Titan's back. It shouldn't be far from here.
Right on! In any case, we're off. Time to move backward. I mean forward. You know what I mean.
Side quests. I'm sorry she managed to get you roped into... Oh, that's you. Fucking God. I don't care.
Here I go! characters. I don't even know which ones.
Me either.
you.
Alright, fucking doing this side quest.
Oh boy, let's harvest some carrots.
Yeah, we need those meaty carrots to win this meaty game.
Bro, that's a fucking dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and kill it. I tried to kill this thing earlier when I didn't have a full party together, and it kicked my ass, but maybe I can do it now that I have all three people. And I'm not the one playing the tank character. As far as I can tell, Hugo's supposed to be... Can I attack this thing? Hello? Punch it. Yeah, so you just auto-attack without pressing any buttons, because this is an MMO, I guess. And the only interaction that you have is like pressing the buttons to do special attacks like that. What I'm expecting to have happen here is that I'm gonna fail entirely to kill this thing.
Oh, you're kind of owning it.
Well, for now. Yeah, if I... That's what I'm worried about, is my tank's already at,
you're kind of owning it?
Yeah, it's going better.
I can see the concern. Okay,
yeah.
maybe it's owning you.
Oh, no, wait, she just got a bunch of health back. We're good.
I know Thunder.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to this, like, Dead of Winter combo. So I can... Come on.
Yo.
So you get, like, special attacks like this that you're supposed to stack together to provide the effects that I was talking about before.
Okay.
And when you do it, it causes, like, a... Oh, no, that just aggroed more enemies.
Okay,
Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
I notice your health sometimes goes red and then fills back up. Is there
yeah, so the game has, basically, the game has, what's it called? Like damage healing. So if I switch between characters, it heals the red amount of HP.
Okay, interesting.
You won't suffer long.
Thank you. We needed the additional voice acting. I don't have all the...
No, Joker.
Okay, yeah, we just kicked that thing's ass with all the characters together. Got it, cool. So that's what the game looks like when it's, like, all sort of flowing together and working. And it's like, alright, that's a game. That works.
I bet doing that 40 times in a row would be very fun.
Yeah! That's why I'm streaming it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway.
So how many streams deep are you into the DLC?
This is really only the second stream. I streamed, like, when the original reward got redeemed, I streamed, like, maybe 10 minutes of it, 10-15 minutes of it. And then I did, like, a 3-hour stream on Tuesday. So this is really basically the start of it, though my character's already, like, level 20-ish, so I don't know how many streams this is going to be in total. Maybe, like, only 6 or 7. We'll see. I don't know how long this is. Unlike the base game, I haven't played the DLC before.
Fair enough. It's new content for everyone, then. God help us.
I think your stomach's empty.
Oh, is that me? Sorry. So empty. Need spicy food.
Spicy food. Fucking...
I'm so hungry. I need spicy food.
Please, give me food.
White hot egg curry.
Dude, you missed. I had a side quest in the last stream to find the blue Barney stone, not Blarney stone, Barney stone, so that I could get blue Barney's stash back into circulation.
Wow.
Like, oh, I can even make it. Let's go.
Bro, I need that white hot eggy curry. Man, I thought I was the end for me. Thanks for keeping me alive with your white hot
eggy curry. God damn it. You've sure got an appetite. I'm not sure where you put all that white hot fluid.
Oh, you know where I'm putting it. My stomach's never let me down. And also, I love spicy stuff so much that the more I ate, the more pumped I got for this whole drivering deal.
Gulp. Just hearing you mention it makes my insides royal.
Hey, Lyda, if you think you can laugh it off, you don't know me very well. Can you even imagine what would have happened if these guys weren't here to help? Oh, I'm sorry, Kaida. I just really needed that white hot eggy curry.
Lyda, I think Kaida is just worried about you. As her driver, you're important to her. Obviously, she wants you to do well and to be well.
Kaida, is that true? Let's head for that big tree next.
No.
No answer, huh? If you even think about collapsing again, I'll name this place after you.
I don't know that doesn't even make sense.
Lyda Oasis has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
What?
What the fuck? Is that a threat? I don't know.
Awkward. Jin, do something.
I think this is beyond us now.
Oh, I see. Then people remember her failure forever.
Naturally. The legend of the bungling greenhorn driver who brought shame on her blade by collapsing from lack of spicy food. Stop it! Don't say stuff like that. It was eggy white curry, man. I might die of embarrassment.
I had to get that eggy white curry. I would have died.
You know I need my eggy whites. Oh, wait up, Kaida, I'm coming.
Kaida's coming. I can sense it. Thanks, Mithra. That could have gone a lot worse. Indeed, your less than tactful comment might have saved the day. What? What now? Hey!
Is Mithra the thirst trap character?
I guess. Yeah.
She looks like she has that kind of design, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. Like in the base game at least, she's the one that they over-sexualize. Mostly. I mean, they over-sexualize like everybody. So.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, the character, other than the standouts, the character designs seem fairly contained.
Yeah. Of the DLC, they're a lot better than the base game, at least. Like, the base game had this amorphous blob and his maid robot slave as one of the main characters we control.
Oh, no.
From this close up, it looks even more impressive.
Oh, you bet. It's so majestic. It calms me right down, and it reminds me of my father. Oh, no.
The giant tree, huh? Is that so? He must be
so
a great
big.
man, then. A great man.
He's a builder, my dad. Sure, he's a bit grumpy and stubborn, but he's someone you can rely on. Me, I'd like to be like that, too.
Oh, damn. Okay. It really is Pride Month.
I want to get strong and sturdy. I'm disappointing Kaido all the time. We're calling this the Way Tree.
That's a nice name. A bit simple, though, no?
Wait, my dad's name is Wyndham. I see what you did there. Oh, come on.
Come on.
It's a name that will not only remind you of him, but also the way you wish to follow. See? Man, I thought this... Okay, sorry. Man, I thought this at the waterhole, but Kaida's really good at naming stuff, huh? It's like a superpower. I have to, don't I? Otherwise, casual travelers like you would never remember what's where. Haha, that's so nice of you. Sorry to put you out, everyone, but would you mind if we went a wee bit further? Like, maybe to the top of that big root?
Fucking gas.
It's a little fault there. You sure you're up to it? You really needn't push yourself.
Right now, I'm feeling capable, and if I get turned around, I'll just look out for this tree. Well, if it's gonna help you grow, I can't see a reason to say no. Sorry and thank you, Kaida. I don't like the he with like every other line.
I don't know, man. Oh my god, there's more.
We're off. I think it's the end of the quest.
That's
right?
gotta be it. No, there's one more.
Oh
It sounds like, yeah. So, I mean, Boomer, you had to know this was coming, right? It's gonna, like, the chat's gonna go this way if I bring Fan on, just like the chat's inevitably gonna trend towards ludonarrative dissonance when I bring JJ on, no matter what game it is.
I cannot be blamed for this. They're talking about, like, big throbbing trees that grow and, like, how they want to eat eggy white curry. Like, what the fuck?
It's okay, Boomer. JJ's dead. We can't stop. Why is that? Oh, that's a level 32 for a different quest. I'm ignoring that. We're not dealing with that. Yeah, some of the characters will just, like, path horribly and fall off the cliff every once in a while. It's cool. They're fine. What happened? Did you get injured somewhere?
I did it! I flipping did it! I finally whooped a monster! Come on, man! Like, please calm down.
You said finally! What exactly have you been doing before?
Oh, she's been skillfully avoiding them. This is her first official victory. Hey, Kaida, do I look buff now, or what? After beating one monster. Just listen to yourself. Okay, that one was my fault. I thought of beating off one monster.
God damn it.
And even then, it looked like the poor guy might have tripped and fallen onto your weapon. Come on, man. So I'm useless after all, then. Lyda, take a look at that. Whoa! Is that Lasham Cove? It's a huge natural harbor, as you remember, and yet looking at it from here, it appears so
It does
tiny
it.
you can barely see
You can barely see it in the horizon.
Don't focus so much on your strength, but just look at how far we've come. I'm proud of you.
We got a whole 500 meters. Good job.
It's like a 3-minute walk. Kaida, you're so nice. Is it normal for riders and their swords to bang?
I don't know. The main character and his sword had a relationship in the main game, so I guess so.
Okay. What's that face you're pulling? Seriously?
Seriously, all this noise about a simple exploration mission.
Everybody starts somewhere. Thinking back to when we met them, isn't this successful enough? I believe my light and me had grown into a fine driver indeed.
It's not every day that Jin offers praise like that, is it? That pretty much settles it. She'll do great things one day, like kill 2 monsters.
Everyone, thank you for all your assistance. After we've gone around Gourmet, I think I'll find some other place to explore.
Then we might meet again somewhere, mightn't we? Mightn't. Very good. That day, it might be you helping us out.
Oh, don't make fun of me.
I don't think he is. He is. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that day. We'll be cheering you on, you two. Oh yeah, every time... I turned off the setting for this, but every time we talk to a new person, by default, it brings up this screen that says that we've added them to our community.
I remember this from Xenoblade 1. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's bad. They added it back in just for the DLC of this.
Oh my god.
So that's my incentive for doing side quests, I guess, is that I add people to my community.
Oh boy.
I got a whole 2 people for that one. And an infantry
the
vest.
Voice is hoping up, because I think I can keep it up for maybe about 8 more minutes.
Yeah, that's about how JJ was. He was like, yeah, I kind of regret doing this after about 3 Jin voice lines, but...
I made a promise.
You know how it is. Okay, an Ara Rogel at the Great Plains. Uh-huh. How do I tell where that is?
What, can't you tell? Just look for the
game.
planes.
Oh.
Not the shitty planes. You gotta look for the great ones.
Not the shitty walk. Or the shitty chicken. I wonder if I can avoid all these enemies and get to the top of this tree. In the base game, this area is just reused from the base game. I don't have a fucking person with mining? Who the hell has mining? Are you kidding me?
You got so many characters.
I got so many characters. That can't be right. Which one of these fuckers is supposed to have mining? It's not you. Is it you? Is that mining? No, that's botany. That's lockpicking. Command water, fish.
Ichthyology?
Yeah, that's
Holy
fish
shit.
something. Okay, we must be getting some other character eventually because...
Well, Jin's got mineralogy. That sounds close to mining.
Yeah, but it's not mining. So I can't dig up that. Oh, we found in the last stream, I found like this burned out village of like dead cat people. And there was one of those excavation points. Like, oh, what am I doing? What am I excavating? They're fucking bones.
I
Why did they put
mean,
that
yeah.
there? Like, Christ.
That's a bit morbid.
Yeah, just a little. I'm going all the way up here because there's probably something here.
Well, I mean, we like dig for fossils. That's not that much more fucked up than like, I don't know, harvesting bones from a recent massacre site.
I don't know about that one, but you know, if you say so. Mineralogy.
Yo, the
giant
you just
green
get
barrel.
So much shit with every one. Holy fuck.
Oh, we're not strong enough to break this barrel, and we can't see the barrel well enough. I guess. Alright, well that's enough of that. Let me go back down. Actually, what's the main quest? Because now I don't know what I'm tracking. Quest log. What is it? Oh, this is the main quest. Okay. Where am I going here? Oh, down there. Why is there no fast travel point anywhere near that?
What are these counters that you have in the top right?
Top right. Oh, so of the like 3.5 hours of this that I've streamed so far, I'm pretty sure an hour and a half of that has been tutorial messages.
Wow.
So I'm not even bothering counting that one. That one's just up there. I'm surprised we haven't had one so far, to be honest with you, but I think that's only because I haven't been doing much main story stuff. And this game has this great habit of putting you against a boss fight, where you just kick the boss's ass, and then a cutscene starts and you lose.
Oh, I hate that trope so much.
Yeah, so in the base game, I think that counter got nearly to 20, and we're already at 4 in like 3 hours, so that's a good sign.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
It's really bad, man. Fan's been doing it, young. Tell me you haven't been watching? I can't believe this.
I'm doing Jin, and I'm doing the generic characters.
Yeah. You know, this this Dark Young guy puts in 200,000 channel points to see Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and then he doesn't even watch it. It's like he doesn't like JRPGs or something. I don't get it.
It's disgraceful.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how I'm hitting this thing from where I am, but you know.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck? You're not even kinda close.
Are they still going, or is what still going? You switch your food poison pizza. Is there anything in here? Looks like there's a collection point, and
I'm not sure I brought enough alcohol.
you might not have. Don't worry, I'll probably only go for like a maximum of 4 hours.
Oh my god.
It'll probably be shorter than that. Like,
oh, we go as long as you want, baby. Yeah,
all right. If we go long enough, we might even drag JJ out from the grave.
That would be something.
I like how you're just like straight up lying to Young. By the way, we're just talking about like his Batman voice and shit. And you're like, oh yeah, they must be discussing like the latest hentai game.
What? I want to talk about hentai games.
Ah, me too, man. I don't have anything to say.
I love hentai games, man.
Boku no Pico. Ah, I know nothing about that other than that it exists.
Dummy.
Is it even a game? Is it just like a anime, whatever? I always thought
I'm
it was just
pretty
an
sure
anime.
it's just an animation. I guess they
Yeah.
might have made it out of a a graphic novel. What do you call them? Visual novel?
Maybe. I mean, probably. Like, so much stuff comes from, like, visual novels that...
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. But... Like, why, though?
It's just like their proven business model. It's so weird,
Yeah.
though.
Well, I mean, you don't have to sell that many copies of, like, a visual novel to turn a profit, you know? Like,
It's true.
it's a couple of drawings and some writing. Like, you can do that with, like, 3 people. Maybe even just yourself if you know how to program and you're a decent writer.
I mean, you have to imagine they're like kits that you can pretty much just build the entire game version of it with.
Probably, by this point, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you could just do the thing in, like, Unity or something.
Yeah. We should make a visual novel.
Yeah, we should make, like, a JJ Chord visual novel.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of characters based on our community members.
We can finally have the long-awaited relationship between JJ and Young.
Oh, man.
I don't know who's awaiting that, but someone probably is.
I am now.
Where the fuck is this giant bird come from? What the fuck? I was just fighting this small guy.
I believe it, Shill. I mean, if they made RPG Maker, they have to have some kind of framework for
Yeah,
VMs,
something
right?
has to exist.
Oh yeah, Renpy is like almost all visual novels, isn't it?
Renpie?
They kind
I
of
wouldn't
suck,
know.
though. I usually filter those out when I'm going through the new releases.
On like Steam or whatever. Yeah, I mean most.
Yeah, it's Steam. Definitely not like porn websites.
Okay, well yeah, like you can go on fucking Skabe.
I use F95 Zone a lot.
That
Great
works too.
website.
Yeah.
Great filters too. If you don't want to do visual novels, you filter them out. If you don't want anything made in RPG Maker, you filter it out. Super great.
Well, here's the campsite at Segi Fell. Now, about that boy. Hey, isn't that him? That's just some cat kid. I told you they were cat people.
Wow. I'm gonna play him like fuck. What's that voice?
I don't know. Hey, wait, we won't hurt you. We mean you no harm. Please, stay. It's the fucking slow turn.
You won't hurt me. I have a character in mind, but I can't think of who it is.
I see you've decided to trust us, for now at least. We're affiliated with the Ardanian forces. We didn't come to bring you mischief. We all know what happened in Torgoth, and we're acting wholeheartedly to protect the refugees. You've escaped from Torgoth too, perhaps?
That's right.
Can you tell us your name?
It's Kali.
Young Collie. Do you know Asham Cove? The boat of my countrymen is moored there. Oh, the Scots built a boat.
I know it. I know the boat. It's huge.
Do you journey up with us, young man? We can also offer a hot meal. What's wrong? You don't want to get on the boat?
No, it's not that. I've lost Kelly. I mean, my sister. I have to find her.
Young, that doesn't make any sense. You can't prove that. That's important stuff, kid. Why didn't you tell us right away? I tell you what, you run ahead to Lasham Cove and wait by the boat. We'll find your sister for you. Well, I never. We promise you that, Callie. We'll find her for you.
And I really trust you.
No. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Any idea where we might find this sister of yours?
Actually, she likes watching the big boats at Latcham Cove. So maybe she'll be somewhere you can see them all coming and going.
Then perhaps we should begin at a high up place that overlooks the cove.
Okay, I'll wait by the harbor, but please find my sister. If you were, like, lost in the wilderness and 14 anime characters just rolled up on you and said they would help you, would you believe them?
No. Would you? Like, fuck me, this
not.
guy with his fucking mask shows up. Oh yeah, trust me, man.
This is becoming addictive.
Oh, it looks like a fucking Assassin's Creed character,
yeah,
man.
I'll trust you for sure. I need an adult.
Oh, man.
Oh, good, the collector, adventurer, Zenma.
Yo,
Hey, have you ever noticed all the guff washing up ashore?
machine parts and what have you. Happens a lot in Gormat and in Torda. I'm an adventurer, by the by. I travel around Alrest giving my life story to random people who walk past. You see, to the untrained eye, they look like scrap, but there's plenty of value inside. To get to it, though, you need a tool called a seeker, designed by top engineers. But I think my seeker's broken or something. I was planning on using it to pick up lots of parts all over Gorman, but looks like that won't be happening now. I don't want to wait around twiddling my thumbs here, though. Maybe I could continue talking instead of letting you walk away, and you could get some machine parts for me, huh?
What do you think?
I don't mean to be nosy, but you're a tough bunch, right? Drivers, blades. Well, searching for it in monster-infested places should be right up your street. This is my 10th line of dialogue. Please cut me off. Jesus Christ.
Please. Oh, he's still going.
The Silver Seeker. Once you got one of those, you should be able to retrieve the useful parts from the scrap.
Like, this is
Keep
fucking...
going. To make a Silver Seeker, you need Crabble components, which you can get at the Serene Springside nearby. Do you need 8 more lines of dialogue to tell you where that is? Once you have a Seeker, you can use it to recover useful parts from the washed-up machines you find. Currently, oh my god! I want a bat hinge and a scarlet coil. There are 7 machine parts. I want you to look for those. I'll be here waiting. Don't you worry.
Oh, that's actually it.
He just kept going. What the fuck?
Wait, so I needed to... there's no marker or anything? Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Didn't you hear the 10 lines of dialogue that told you where to go?
It said that they're in somewhere, but like... it was like, oh yeah, the pond near here. I'm like, yeah, there's water all over the place. It's not fucking helpful. Alright, what did it say I had to kill? Quest log. Okay, he needs...
When I'm about to ask someone for a favor, I find it really helps if I talk for 5 minutes before I finally ask.
What if I talk to him again? Or is that the Crabble I need to kill? Yeah, that's a Crabble, for sure. No, it's a Crustnip. That's for the other quest.
How could you confuse those 2 animals?
I have no idea, man. You know, maybe I'll try and kill it. You know, I'm only level 19 and it's level 33. I think it'll go pretty well.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? That's pretty bad.
I bet if you were more skilled, you could do it.
Yeah, me too. Oh well.
There's like no penalty for dying, you just go back to your campsite?
Yeah, you go back to the last place that you were. It's just a waste of time to die.
That's generous.
Yeah. No one wants to have their, like, time wasted by having to reload these days, so... Okay, it was like... Was it... Sing Breeze Bog? That he said?
I don't
I
think
really
so.
thought he would give a quest marker for this. Now what you need? You need a Crabble...
Serene Springside.
Okay, Serene Springside.
You said so much, I couldn't remember any of it.
Okay, this is the Serene Springside. Like, right here.
Any Crabbles nearby?
Well, that's a Crabble, but
That's
they're level
a
32.
Crabble.
Okay, this one's only level 15.
That's killable?
I can kill this one.
Follow my lead. It pays to be cautious.
Love this like elevator Muzak combat music.
I actually really like it, to be honest with you. Like the
it's got a bop to it.
Yeah. Especially whenever it actually plays for more than like 5 seconds. When I because there will be battles that'll be like 3 minutes long where the whole song actually gets to play, and it's like, okay,
Does
I
it
can be
get more
down with
intense?
this. Yeah, I mean, it's still like jazzy, but it's more intense than what?
Honestly, it's kind of giving me like Persona 5 vibes.
Yeah,
little bit.
did you see that? It just de-aggroed from me, phased out of existence, and phased right back into existence.
I wasn't really paying attention. I had thought you'd killed it.
No! Alright, is that gonna give me the thing? That's a Crabble Carapace. How many do I need? Probably more than one.
I'm not sure he told you.
I don't know, man. This guy's a jackass. Why am I even doing this?
You're gonna show up to give him his stupid carapaces. He's gonna be like, when I was 7, my daddy beat me, and that's why now I need my silver seeker to find treasure. Did I tell you about that? Anyway, let me talk to you
Also,
about
the silver
history
seeker is
of
fucking
this,
useless. You need to have the gold seeker to actually get any loot from these things.
God, I
That's how I
hate
got 2 Brady Beast meats.
Ugh.
These guys should be no. I've got high hopes for you, Laura.
I gotta say, I like Laura's design.
Yeah, me too. Like,
She's like a brawler, I assume? Like
Yeah,
a fist fighter
basically.
deal?
brawler with like a whip.
I love the archetype. Oh yeah, I see the whip now.
And I don't mind, like the Fire Lady's design either. I think it works. Like, it's... If you're gonna make big booby characters, at least this big booby character has a cohesive design.
I like her look. I don't generally like the super
archetype.
milfy, like, mommy design, you know?
Yeah.
It's not my favorite
that's fair.
archetype.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Let's see here. The problem is, I don't know if you've ever played Fire Emblem, but like
I have.
her design blatantly is just Hinoka from Fire Emblem.
I was just thinking that.
Like Okay, do I have my thing? What do you mean? I need Cabal. I have it. What do you mean? Okay, I'll go into the crafting menu.
Maybe he wants you to make a silver seeker?
Yeah, that's what I think, right? Is go into probably the machine guy. Okay, no, I do have the stuff.
Oh.
Okay, great. Okay, now that I have it, I can... Oh, yes, there's the first tutorial of the day. A seeker is an item which Hugo can craft, really. With it, you'll be able to investigate the old machines strewn across the world and obtain new kinds of collectibles. There are two kinds of seeker,
guy?
and each seeker investigate a different kind of machine. It's worth getting both, then gathering all the collectibles you can. Fan Boomer sent a link that I think she wants you to look at.
Oh. I gotta say, I definitely preferred Camilla's like character more from like a waifu perspective, but Hinoka's design is so much better.
Hinoka's design is way better, but she sounds like a 70-year-old smoker in the game.
Yeah, so, her voice was weird.
Like
this one I'm quite proud of.
Like a fierce talisman, sure.
See, this tutorial shit is such bad design. That guy just told you almost everything that the tutorial did.
I guess theoretically you could just end up crafting that on your own. Like maybe you didn't have to pick up this quest to get that.
That's true.
But I don't know that that's the case. What's up, Brelix?
Yo, it's Brelix.
Brelix has also had the misfortune of playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yo, look how small that harbor is.
I know. Look at how you can barely I gotta zoom in on that. Can you see the harbor? We gotta be like
dialogue without seeing the world.
We gotta be like 100 meters away from it, man. Like I don't know how we're gonna get there. Like it only covers like the entire screen.
Jesus.
Aren't we infected?
Oh my god. Okay, so quest log. I want to just put the main quest back on because like
I gotta see some like meaningful story content, you know?
yeah. No, it is just go this way. Okay, great. We're getting there. Probably. I didn't intend for this to just be side quest hell for the entire day, but you know how it is.
This is a big part of why I'm not super into JRPGs. It's because I feel like I do have to do all the stupid side content.
Yeah, even though it's usually really pointless.
Even if it's just like collect 5 pieces of wood, I still do that shit.
I'm not listening to this guy. I just don't care. What do you
so
need?
So much to say nothing.
What do you need? Huh? I don't. Okay, he's counting on us. The music's good. That's about it. No, that's not my active quest. Oh my god, there's so many quests here. I wonder if it has new weapons available since the last time I looked. Is the wing chip? Wing chip is like mildly better than some of the stuff I have, but not worth buying.
Did you ever notice how, like, having a good soundtrack is the #1 way to make people, like, engage in apologia for your bad game?
Yes. No, that is 100% the case here. This game has, like, great reviews. And I think it's just because the soundtrack is good, because it's not. The story's bad. Like, this game is half story, and the story's terrible.
But I worry for what could happen if we couldn't maintain our strength. We're supposed to be His Majesty's vanguard. In the face of this kind of threat, we ought to be looking for some fresh energy to bolster our defense. Huh? Where did you guys spring from? What? Why do you need to bolster our defense, you say? Surely that's obvious. One only has two choices in life. Success through strength, or weeping in weakness. Well, that's how the world works. That's how the world is right now, at least. I fucking
Good accent,
lost myself in the accent. So if there's something I can do to make His Majesty a little stronger, what I mean to say is, I want to be a strong and effective soldier for the good of my homeland. And even if we're up against an opponent like Malos, I still want to do what I can. That's right. I could probably learn a thing or two from you guys. Looks like you can handle yourselves. Maybe you'll do me the honor of giving me a boat. Is he coming on to you?
I guess so.
But
shit,
don't
man.
hold it back. No need to sugarcoat it. just come on me like it's the real thing.
That's the one.
That's the sort of mindset that we'll need if we're gonna keep having a hope to stand up against the Aegis.
Oh shit, I unplugged my headphones. Alright, we're good.
I'm known as the best shot in the whole of the Imperial Army. Underestimate me at your peril. Here I come.
I'm coming.
I don't know why I decided to make him Scottish.
Because he is Scottish. Good choice. All these soldier characters are Scottish. Oh Jesus! He just took out half my health. What the fuck?
You just walk up to the guy.
Ow!
No choices to make. He just starts fighting.
He just snipes me in the head, takes out half my HP. Thanks, man.
Oh, you missed it earlier, Brillix. This lady wanted like, was it like a sticky white curry or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, and they keep saying like, I'm coming. Why do they keep saying I'm coming?
Because that's a normal thing to say.
Yeah, but like, if you spend any time around people like me, you just learn to take it
I
out
know.
of your vocabulary.
I can't even see what I'm doing. Anyway, he's dead. A guy killed him. The Scot. He's just. We actually just killed him.
Why not?
Oh no! Okay, he just respawned right here.
I'm fine. Oh, you're even stronger than you look. Such incredible power. I'm the best sniper in the Imperial Army, but you made light work of me. You've shown us all up.
Yeah, 1v6.
It's not just your physical strength either. It's the way you can fight as driver and blade. That incredible synergy. I get the feeling your true strength lies in the connection that you have. You've shown me the way. From now on, I won't see myself as a lone wolf anymore, but as part of a larger whole. I'll think of my friends and all the Ardanian people and all the future generations. I'll make my goal in life to be someone who's loved and respected by my people. This battle has taught me what I really ought to be aiming for in life. I hardly have the words to thank you. Yeah,
really? Really?
20 lines of dialogue.
Community game.
No more thanks at all.
You have my thanks.
I vow to one day become the kind of soldier that others can look up to. My memory will stand as a monument to my efforts. Just you wait and see.
That's so good.
We did it! Side quest.
Was that even a side quest?
Yeah, apparently.
Jesus.
What about this side quest? Can I beat up this mechanic?
Oh, it's Hassan! Holy shit. #1 socialist streamer, baby.
Nice. What's Hassan think about this? Okay.
Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty, huh? The only downside is that the modern tech makes us mechanics cry. Every time I'm anchored in port, I'm always so busy with repairs. Haven't been home in such a long time. The longer you spend flying around Alrest, the more time you start to yearn for the taste of home. Tried to make a recipe my mother used to make from memory, but it didn't go too well. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have someone who can cook in your party, would you? If I tell you the recipe, do you think you could cook up some food from my hometown, Chilsane?
Yeah, I actually probably could. That might not be hard to do. I already have the stuff I need, so I may as well try that.
I see there's work to do.
Okay, open this random treasure chest on the shit. Oh, no, I guess I'm not opening the chest. Okay,
Bro,
never mind.
I see that chest. What are you talking about?
It's right here. What do you mean?
No, you don't. I only have keen eye level 1. I can't see
Oh,
it.
sorry, my bad, man. I've got too keen of an eye for these chests, you see.
We can't all be on your level, brother.
Yeah. So let me just fucking go all the way over to this camp, this camp that's 500 meters away. You can barely see the port from here, and craft a meal for that guy.
Get down to business.
That's a charm making.
They say that line.
Oh, I do have
Like,
all
it
this
would've
stuff.
been-
Sweet.
They could have at least turned the camera so that you weren't looking directly at the
Dude, I don't
giant
fucking
thing
know,
that took
man.
up half your screen.
It's like, or just like zoom it out, or just make the ship smaller, so that it's not so like blatant that it's like, oh, you barely gone anywhere. Or they could have even made the person like not go in a giant circle. Like, did you notice how we basically went like left, then all the way over there, then just all the way back over there? And it's like, wow, look how far we came. We literally came closer.
I think it's my moral obligation to mention on behalf of JJ that that line really kind of broke my ludonarrative dissonance.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, how so?
Yeah. Well, I feel like, you as a player, you're like, it's not very far, I can still see it, but the game's telling you can't? That's kind of bullshit.
You're totally right. You're totally right. Alright, thanks, Sven.
Oh, this is wonderful, it looks perfect! Let me have a wee taste. Ooh.
A wee taste?
Oh, a taste of that, well, I'm not gonna... What's this? A mouth-watering medley of meat and fish stewed in slightly sweet sauce? This is some top-notch cooking! But...
What?
It's fucking raw!
It's fucking raw! That's all we need to see. Oh, I guess that didn't count?
Maybe it was fucking raw.
Alright, well, whatever. I'm not doing this anymore.
God, I need story content so bad.
Yeah, quest log. Where's the boy gone? boy.
You can only do voices for so long, man.
It's okay. I don't even know if this will, like, meaningfully advance the story. Like, why are we trying to find this random kid's parents? I don't know. It's random dialogue. I didn't see it. Well, now we'll never know what those two people were talking about. And now I'm lost in the ship, so Is this even the right way?
I don't think so.
No. No, there's not even anything here. It's just nothing. Okay. That's
what a
cool.
Strange area.
It's
Do you
just,
ever, like, look at an area in a game that seems pointless and wonder why the developers put it in?
It seems like it's, like, partially a copy of the area, of an area that was in the base game. Like, this room is copied from somewhere else in the base game. I don't know why they put it here, though, considering it doesn't seem like there's any use for it. But, you know, yeah.
I mean, you'd think they could just put, like, a door and block off the corridor.
It's not this way either? Okay. Fucking what?
What the fuck?
Where the fuck am I going? I guess I got over here, I guess. Sure, yeah,
Oh.
okay. I thought it was, like,
not
inside
really, though?
the ship. Yeah, but like, oh, I already went over here, and because I hadn't activated the quest, it's gonna be like, remember how I went through that, like, tree area and up? And there was just, like, a treasure chest over there? It's gonna be there.
Well, let's just backtrack for, like, 3 minutes.
That's fine. I want to steal this. No, I don't. I'm not fighting you. I'm not wasting my time. It's only level 13. If I run
I
away
do love
for
a
long
game where you
enough,
can
it'll
just
go
run
away.
past enemies, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I'm over-leveled, it's like, there's really not much point. And it's like,
What, you don't
Hugo's
enjoy the
only-
thrilling combat?
Not enough to do it randomly. For no reason. I could beat that thing up, but it's gonna take, like, a minimum of 30 seconds. Because the combat in this game's not quick. I don't know if if you've you know, noticed that by this point.
I did.
It takes me just a few punches to kill random crabs on the side of the road.
That's like the #1 thing to make your JRPG less tedious. Make it so that you can easily one-shot things that are substantially weaker than you.
Alright, fan, it's up to you.
Oh, yeah. Huh? Who are you? Kelly, yeah, that's me. How did you know? Oh, my brother.
That was a guy?
You can take me to him? Oh, please!
Please say it's no. I was like, please say it's just gonna teleport me to wherever I need to go to.
Bro, I cannot figure what character I'm pulling this voice from. There's like a stupid, like it's probably a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Probably something like that.
Are you why we're here again?
I thought it was a cat, but it might have been like a weird dog or something.
Kelly.
Kelly! Oh my god. Kelly and Callie, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Daw.
I can't thank you enough.
Careful you don't lose her again, kid. You should be looking out for your little sis, you know?
Yeah, I'll make sure that never happens again.
Mithra actually being level-headed. Never thought I'd see the day.
Hey, Callie! You left this behind. I've been holding on to it the whole time.
Oh!
I thought that was gone forever. Nice one, Callie.
It looks like it's Laura's mother's keepsake.
Hey, mind if I take a look at that?
No problem.
How did you come by this?
I got it from Auntie Rainia.
Auntie Rainia shouldn't be coming by your things. What? My mother.
Auntie Rainia had another one, but Callie was already hankering after it.
Oh, Jesus.
She said it was really precious to her and she couldn't let it go. So she made me one that looked a bit like it. She said she was sorry she couldn't make it any better. I mean, I don't care about that so much. She made it for me. So it's precious to me no matter what it looks like.
I see. Well, take care of yourselves, you two.
We promise. Hey, the way you said that just now, it sounded like Auntie Rainier. Yeah, just like her.
Ha ha. I don't doubt it. I'm sure that we could converse for hours, but I'd like to propose a course of action for our new friends here.
Ross, you mean?
That's right. Our vessel here will soon return to Mordain. Perhaps you two ought to be on board when it sets sail. A wise idea. Things are not so unsettled in Mordain.
Mordain, huh? No! I made a promise to our dad! He said he was waiting for us. We can't leave Gormit. You're right. Thanks, but I guess we can't come with you. We need to stay behind and wait for Da at the camp.
Understood. We cannot force you to come. Indeed, if you start moving around now, there's a chance you might miss him. Of course, we'll leave you with some provisions so you won't get hungry.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for everything.
I bring news.
Something tells me it's urgent.
Correct, ma'am. If I may, the information's for His Highness's ears only.
You may approach. I see! Everyone, may I ask you to reconvene in the boat's strategy room later? Something unforeseen. Is it? You should get some keen eye. Indeed. I'll give you the details presently.
Jeez.
Oh, tutorials!
Yo.
You've just received a crafting recipe for Laura. You don't just get them as crest rewards, but also from increasing community, or from treasure troves. New recipes let you create items you couldn't create previously, which is enormously exciting. Check them out while camping. Wow.
He said it is enormously exciting.
I was enormously excited, personally.
Oh my god. I'm like 4 hours into the game. I've never heard of the concept of crafting an item. What the fuck is this?
Oh, you can craft items! See, I thought the crafting menu was used for, anal sex.
Jesus Christ, pizza. Happy
I don't know,
Pride
man.
Month, I guess.
Yeah, it's just what I thought it was used for, man. I don't...
I'm a bad influence.
It's brilliant. I told you, it's any stream I have inevitably will turn into a degeneracy stream. Just like
Hey,
any
that one
stream
wasn't
with
even
JJ will turn into a lunar narrative dissonance complaining stream.
Yo, it's a real cutscene.
I'm
No,
afraid
finally.
I have important news that I need to impart to Adam.
Oh, yes?
It's about the militia.
The who now?
I've been gathering an army in Uriah. People who've lost homes, families. People who'll make a stand against Malos.
Well, according to intelligence we received, they have departed from Uriah now.
What? Why? Malos' whereabouts are still unclear.
It seems that Uriah has conscripted them all. It's now a special regiment of the Orion Self-Defense Forces.
I thought I'd sorted this all out with the Orion King.
At His Majesty's behest, we have ascertained the position of the moving troops. They are heading to Torna as we speak.
We have established communications, so you can send word at any time.
When they get to Torna, tell them to go to a letter. Ugh.
As you say.
Wow.
A letter? Who sent it?
I've never seen Adam like this before. He's gone off somewhere. Is it best to leave him alone, do you think?
That's for you to decide. I'll go where you go.
No, he might need someone at a time like this. We have to go after him.
So I guess he's like one of your blades or something?
Yeah, the edgy guy is one of our blades, yeah. That's correct.
Okay.
And so is Hayes, the like girl that I switch to every once in a while. He's like a damage dealer, she's a healer. And then Laura just punches people, I guess.
That wasn't like you.
Huh. You think so?
Yes. I thought you always know what to do. You're never lost.
I wish that really were the case.
These people have known each other for like 10 hours, by the way.
Tell the truth, I'm always worrying. Ever since I became Mithra's driver, anyway.
It didn't seem that way at all.
Power lends one an air of capability. Even more
Gotta
so
be
when it
honest,
comes
these
to the
voices
Aegis.
are better than ours.
You think so?
When we first met,
A little bit.
Okay.
we could have burnt you to pieces.
Trying to get my voice acting career going, so that's a little bit disappointing to hear, but oh well. So be it.
Is that why
Keep at it, champ.
you were away from
Yeah.
the militia?
As I am not in full control of Mithra's power. Scores of soldiers could die by my hand. I was frightened. This cataclysm Malos caused, it's likely all because Questa Amalthus was unable to control him. And if that's true, then perhaps I too.
I think she's well aware. Just not so comfortable saying it.
That's your analysis.
Well, I have been with Jin, the paragon of Torna, for 17 years. I can roughly tell how much of their strength the blade is using just by watching them. She's making sure you... No, she's holding herself back to make sure she doesn't go that way. Deep down, she's very kind.
You think? That still means I'm just not man enough.
Don't think that
It's getting
way.
kind of hard to hear them over the
You'll
piano.
get used to it little by little. I was the same.
A little bit,
If
yeah.
only time would slow down and afford me the chance.
Yeah.
Right, you'll never be man enough for her.
We should be able to take a ship headed straight to Aletta from here. That's great, but why's it gotta be a passenger ship? Can't we travel with the Emperor? What's wrong with making a grand entrance? I'm awfully sorry. Well, I may be traveling with Lord Autumn. I'm afraid my actions aren't officially sanctioned. His Majesty's ship is a war vessel. It would take considerable negotiation before Torna granted us docking privileges. Figures. That attitude of yours is what gives us so much trouble. You just don't stop to think about the consequences, do you? Honestly, I give up. Behold the mighty Aegis, wielder of unthinkable power and unparalleled foolishness.
Bro, look at the... Well, you've moved past it, but look at those fucking titties, dude.
Hey, would you get off my case? I didn't even say anything. Knock it off, you two. At the very least, we got a nice leisurely cruise ahead of us, and that's something. I'm excited to meet all the Resistance. People who all look up to Adam. Well then, if we're all agreed, let's get on with it and talk to the captain, shall we?
I think I agree with your assessment that Laura is the waifu bait.
Yeah, like, kind of has to be.
Even that running animation is adorable.
Like, the other characters are all too annoying.
Yeah.
She's just, like, fine. Yeah,
You
again, eh?
Oh, you go ahead.
No, you get it. I forgot our agreement.
It's nice to have regulars. You're going to Aletta Town and Torna this time. You paid enough before, so this trip's on me. Ready to go? I really hope you never meet any of these characters again, because I'm not going to remember the names.
That's good.
I'll head for Aletta as fast as I can. Did I say names? I meant voices.
Oh no. It's panning away from us without an animation.
I can't even see the harbor from here.
Me either, man. It's like almost off screen.
Of course I'm hearing voices. It's Pizza's voice.
I can hear Fan as well. You know who I can't hear? It's Brelix. Because I don't have text-to-speech on.
You didn't hear Brelix come voice some characters and make them Brazilian.
We had Nitro on at one point, giving some of the characters Dutch voices. Like, he just spoke in Dutch. Oh. It's really good.
I love that.
Unfortunately, he's not usually awake at this hour to be able to do that.
That's reasonable. We can't all live in the correct time zone.
Yeah.
Imagine living outside of a time zone called Central Standard Time and thinking that you're in the correct time zone.
It's the Central Time. It's the right one. Well, to be fair, I think Nitro is in Central European Time, so.
Okay, come on, it's not standard.
Be our voice. Wait a minute. Today we learned deep Relics lore. He can't even speak Portuguese.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, I'm glad I can move these boxes with my super strength.
Oh. He was moving it from the optimal position of standing on top of it.
Uh-huh.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I can move that for you, boss. Where do you need it? Just to the right? Okay. I'm not reading any of this. None of this matters.
Yeah, I feel like the random flavor text might be a bit much.
No.
I'll do side quests, but all this random chatter. Ugh.
Oh, there's the game's majestic frame rate in action. Even though it's one of the Switch's launch titles, it cannot run. This town looks like dog shit.
Sure does. You got furries in the streets?
Lord Adam. Lord Adam's finally come back. Welcome back, Lord.
Yeah, you could, Brelix.
Bro, what is that guy on the left? The weird teal guy. What is he?
Someone's got
Teal
himself
guy
a
on
bit
the
of a fan
left.
club.
Maybe that's
Who?
why he decided to take action.
I might have not seen him. Might have been looking at
Yeah, I
chat.
think you missed him. You'll see him in a second.
By the way, Adam gave the order to meet in this place specifically, right? What's so special about it?
This land is Adam's domain. Look, that over there is his manor.
Certainly fit for a prince.
It could stand to be bigger. And, you know, not in the middle of nowhere.
Are you completely incapable of saying something without sarcasm?
Sorry, it's just how I am. I don't really think I can help it.
She's right, though. It is quite away from the capital.
He is far too esteemed for his own good. Fourth in line to the throne.
Back.
But loved
Second
by
from the left.
soldiers and citizens.
I don't know. I think he's just a blade.
Prince Zeta are quite strained as a result,
Okay.
I hear.
Really? I suppose even princes have problems.
For a place out in the back of Beyond... Out in the back of Beyond. What? It doesn't seem
that
all
is
that
a
bad.
weird expression.
Look at all this lush scenery. I think I could It warms my heart to hear you say so. I like it here too. I've been thinking about dabbling in architecture here someday, so I can get rid of these poorly textured walls. Well, we'd better finish off Malice quickly then, so you can run off and live life as a hermit. That's the plan. Will we be staying here a while? Long enough to gather some intel on Malos. Plus, there are a few things I need to sort out with the Resistance. That suits me just fine. You don't mind, I think I'll go for a stroll. Understood. Thank you all for acting in the interests of His Majesty. Where are you off to, Hugo? A regiment of ours has been tasked with disarming remnants Coetian troops at the nearby archipelago. My presence there has been requested, so I may inspire them. And inspired they will be. It would take a stone heart not to be touched by your selfless courage. Goes both ways, Adam. I do wish to express my gratitude for their unceasing efforts. Aegean shall act as my bodyguard. Bridget, I'd like you to remain here as a point of contact. Don't go running off without me once you've discovered Malice's whereabouts now. What, and face him without His Majesty's prodigious talents? It would be foolhardy in the utmost. I'm honored that you think so. Alright, I will return shortly. Hold the fort for us, Bridget. I'll be just fine as long as you take care of His Majesty, Aegean. They use so many words to say so little.
Oh, yeah.
Alright then, let's see if we can't iron out a few of these problems the Resistance has been having. Is that something we can help with? Jin and I would be more happy to help, right, Jin?
Of course, if that's what you want.
Thanks, both of you. You'll be a big help. The biggest problem we've got right now is a lack of provisions. What, food provisions? Well, I'm afraid so. Like you said, this place is cut off from the rest of the world. It's no wonder they're so hard up. I think making sure our army doesn't die of starvation is more important than fighting Malos right now, don't you? Yes, very wise. History has proven many a time that the victors are those who have been fed and rested well. Just so, we should start by talking to Brogan, as he's the one who drives up the rations, shall we?
Bro, every time it zooms in on Bridget, it's just like straight tits.
Yeah, it's the same problem with like Mithra, and especially in the base game.
Also, Brelix is 5'7".
That's not particularly short. That's like
He's like 3 inches shorter than me, which means he's barely a human.
Ouch, unlucky.
I'm
Roly
just kidding,
poly,
bro.
just think, test me. Now it's time we do break and topple. Good enough. Last time we're doing launch and smash. Okay.
What the fuck is this thing?
It's an Opon.
We'd be more than happy to assist.
That's the thing that Nitro was voicing in Dutch previously. I really can't see those characters as being anything other than Dutch, so I think that was the correct choice.
That's fair. I don't know how to speak Dutch, but I can go like ooten fluten.
Yeah. Brogan, is that you?
Whoa! Lord Adam! Please, a moment!
Hey, he's turning blue!
Oh, damn!
I can't see how turning blue is a problem. We've got a blue character in our party.
I don't think he's a blade.
Here, drink some water.
A gulp! A gulp! A gulp! Can I was gonna do the gulps regardless of whether it was a dialogue, so I'm
Oh no, pal. It's stucky. There's something stucky-wucky in his throat.
Oh woo! Oh phew! What's this?
Looks like your color's returned.
I'm afraid I have no idea who you are, but I owe you my life!
I think you're exaggerating a little there.
Not at all. I'd give you something by the way of thanks, but I'm afraid it's a difficult time for me right now. I just nearly strangled myself to death.
Brogan, have you been snitching food on the sly again?
Lord Adam, No! It was just autoerotic asphyxiation!
So what were you doing here then? Because whatever it was, it sounded awfully like guzzling to me.
No, you got it. That was it, alright.
Alright. You mean you were scarfing down rotten food? That can't be good for your health.
Thank you kindly for your concern, but I'm fortunate to have a naturally robust gut. I couldn't risk giving this inferior stuff to the Resistance fighters.
That sort of makes sense.
You could say I was maximizing efficiency by combining food quality with management with disposal. And if I can quieten, that's always a fun word. If I can quieten the rumblings of my stomach at the same time, well, that's a tertiary bonus. Dude, people talk so weird in this game.
Holy shit, yeah. Yes, Rogan, I get it. You'll stop at nothing to say weird words. And as we've just seen, you'll even risk your own life for it. Could you give me a report on the state of our food supplies?
Of course! Well, since your highness's recent return, we've been catering for a few more soldiers. We've organized food gathering squads and dispatched them here and there, but sadly manpower does not suffice.
Suppose I bear some responsibility for that. Yeah, we should help out with the catering too. Indeed, we must do what he can to improve the situation until His Majesty returns.
Thank you all! You're too kind! Here's a list of our most needed foodstuffs.
2 grimdark crabs, 4 portions of Ferris beast meat, some sticky white curry, 2 large lacto nuts, and 6 measures of weeping flour.
Lacto nuts?
Get our fucking lacto nuts. Oh, we should probably get 1 more of each than he asked for. He's pilfer prone. I guess we have everything we need to start searching.
Bruh, lacto nut.
Lacto nut. Alright, can I just head out here and try and get some of those lacto nuts? How will I even know where to get those? Fucking game. Here, I'm gonna eat rest because I get like bonus XP I can use for doing that. And yeah, okay, yeah.
What the fuck?
So all the side quest experience is actually gained through this screen. You don't get it right away. So to actually cash in on it, you go into this and yeah. It usually ends up being a bunch of levels.
It's like Oblivion, you have to rest before you actually level up.
Yeah. You get combat experience as it goes. So I think they designed it as a way to like make the game harder if you want by not using some of the boss XP, but like why would you do that?
Yeah, it sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, like anyway, let me check this and see if there's better actually, well, first I should check if I already have better equipment to give people. Characters. You need a good
I love
weapon.
a good degenerate game, man. It's great stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's nothing that gives me quite the same crit rate, and that's like double the damage, so that's gotta be better. Same with you. You need damage the most. Then there's some scale chips. That's still better for you than what you have. That's worse. That's worse. That's the same. Okay, that's it. Oh, I should check and see if I can... How much do I have? Oh, I have enough. Okay, this is the most important ability in the game because it lets me combo abilities into each other.
Okay.
And he almost has enough for it. Oh no, his costs less for some reason. So now both of them can do that. It really only matters for the character that I'm controlling. But if I ever decide to control this guy or get forced into it, it'll be good to have that ability.
I assume it makes combat slightly more involved?
Slightly more involved, yeah. More engaging at the very least. I'm hoping that ability translates to the blades that I'm controlling. If it doesn't,
It'd be lame if it did.
That'd be really fucking lame. Yeah. You have arts as well. You don't have any ability points, though. You do.
I'll keep giving it my all.
No, it's because none of your support skills are leveled up.
It would appear I'm stronger.
I'm not even really particularly reading what these do. I'm just gonna upgrade as I go. I don't really care, especially for like the support skills. I don't
get the number higher.
Yeah, number go up. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I play Cookie Clicker. I know how it goes.
Let's see here. I'm not worrying about the cores. Yeah, no. Okay, now I'm checking this. Buy. That chip's worse. That chip's also worse. That chip's better, but not probably worth getting. Yeah, probably not. That's the same, but that has lower block rate, and I kind of want her to have the block rate, so. Okay. Good enough. No need to buy. So I guess I just need to go killing random things and hitting all the, like, random points for materials until I get all the items I need, and hopefully the game tells me when I have all the items I need.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give the base game credit. I don't remember there being that many dog shit side quests like this that I had to do.
Well, sometimes when you're making the DLC, you just gotta fill out that content, you know?
Yeah, oh, I can. Okay, with the blades, I can combo abilities into each other. That's good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Ice topple.
You may have turned the tide.
This is becoming
I'm
addictive.
something of an expert.
God, they
See,
just all start saying shit at the end of
Yeah,
a
they never shut up. They all call out like their abilities and.
Oh god, it's like Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
This is becoming addictive.
Did you ever play that game?
I never did, but like a lot of these JRPGs are the same way like that. Like it was like that in Xenoblade 1 as well, where every time they do an attack, they'll call out like the name of the attack. And at least in that one, it's mildly helpful because there's only 3 characters yelling things, and you know, like sometimes there'll be like a useful status effect in there that it's nice to know that your allies just applied that. Well, in this one, what usually happens is everyone just yells things. None of the abilities actually have effects, and when they do, you can see them, like that launch thing that just happened. You can pretty obviously see that the thing got launched into the air. I don't need the game to yell at me.
Dragon's Dogma was so bad about it. They thought they were being helpful. You'd have like 2 sidekicks, and they would like call out enemies' weaknesses, but there were only like 3 variations of voice line for every weakness, so they would just repeat them over and over again.
Okay, is the game gonna like give me hints as to like I'm gathering food, right? Do I need to kill some like dogs? Can we just eat this giant dog?
All right, follow my lead.
This is less than tenable.
Okay. Get over here. So, one of the more irritating mechanics in the game is you're supposed to say it like close to your partner, and you get like passive bonuses. But sometimes your partner just like fails to path over to wherever you are. And it's like,
I can see that you're not. It looks like it's indicating that you're not connected to it. Yeah.
We're connected now, but
Are you?
yeah, no, you can see like the thin like bonds between the two.
I'm looking at the wrong character. Ultimate Aurora. Jesus.
That should probably kill. If not, no, it's pretty close though.
It's so anticlimactic.
Yeah. You'd think that would kill just some random schmuck enemy, but okay, whatever.
What's gotten into you all of a
It's like
sudden?
the #1 way to kill a game for me is to make the basic enemies tanky.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna. Don't know how the audio balance is, but I'm turning the game down a little bit because at least on my end, fan is about as loud as the game is. So this is like a random miasma thing. In-game lore, it's like the creature that we're on top of's fart, and we're supposed to clear it because there's too much gas in it around. It's
guy.
Yeah, it's very clearly in the way of what we're trying to do right now. So it's gotta go.
That's fair. You just spray some like air spray over it to cover the
Yeah,
smell?
basically.
A little Febreze.
Just gotta get some wind.
You sure you have the ability to deal with it though? Is your he who smelt it dealt it skill high enough?
I don't know, man. There is actually a skill that I need to clear these, and we'll probably need like a higher skill level of it eventually. But the only ones I've seen so far, I only needed level 1 of it, so like whatever.
Okay. Well, it was the first time for everything, huh?
Yeah, sure is. What else is there to still fight here? You just kill him. It's the girl. Is the game just gonna be, hey, that make characters from the in-game? I mean, I think we're pretty much through that at this point.
See? I knew you could do it.
Be gone, gas.
Yeah, you need the manipulate ether skill to get rid of the fart.
I'm gonna fan it away.
This is becoming addictive.
Well, literally, wait a minute. This character's name in the base game changes. Her name is Fan the Norn.
Fan the Norn? What?
Fan La Norn. Like, that's her name in the base game. I just realized. That's Fan.
Yo, that's me.
He's in the game. Forgot about that. Oh, this might be, too many enemies. Time to just get jumping mace. It's cool.
Man, every game has a fan character these days.
No. Fan of
Sometimes they have Oriental fans, even.
Wow. Can we attack this thing instead, boys? Okay, I'm about to die. That's pretty good.
Wow. I should get killed by mooks.
Yeah, this is this might be a little bit past what my team's actually capable of doing. That's okay. I feel like maybe if I kill the bird, things might get easier, so I'll just try and kill the bird. Ignore the frame rate dying, that's obviously intentional.
Fan. Fan's pretty close to fan. But no, I don't think it does count.
No. Oh, I'm dead apparently. That's good.
Wow. Alright, Jin will do it.
What am I even fighting now, man? There's just another bird randomly. Okay, we died again.
It's kind of brutal.
This is like a terrible fight. I can't even switch to my healer because I keep going down.
It's like you're getting revived pretty regularly, though.
Yeah, there's like a gauge in the top left that essentially tracks how many revives you have. Like, as you do damage and kill things, it charges that gauge. So,
is that the yellow bar under your health?
No, that's the experience bar. It only shows up in combat. It's like a 3-tiered bar. You'll see it. I'll point it out probably in the next combat. What am I doing? Why am I here?
You gotta find lacto nuts.
I know, but like, where are lacto nuts?
Probably on like nipple trees or something.
Yeah, is there a nipple tree or a lacto bird that I can find? Do I have to milk a cow?
A male cow?
Okay. Just set the bird on the ground. Get birded. Please kill it. Great.
Lakitu.
But in all honesty,
Milk
Bridget,
a Lakitu.
I'm happiest keeping all my memories here.
God
in my
damn it.
heart.
I'd be willing to believe that lacto nuts are the name for those spiny guys that the Lakitu throws out.
Yeah, that would kind of make sense. Okay. Well, I'm not doing that ever. I'm probably not doing that ever either. Oh no,
you don't want quick
Arlo
damage?
Kabiba. Well, I can probably get an Arlo Kabiba here actually. What's an Arlo Kabiba? What's an Arlo?
Gotta be an enemy of some kind, right?
Yeah, we just killed one apparently.
The bird?
Maybe?
This is becoming addictive.
I thought we killed 2 of those birds.
Oh man.
Arlo Kabiba.
What's that
Yeah,
giant snake, man?
That's not an Arlocabeeba. Oh, we got a lacto nut.
Yo.
Okay, so I just have to harvest random points, I think.
This is becoming a
Nature makes a fine ally.
Oh, okay, then that thing does want to fight, actually. That's cool.
No nuts.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have nuts either. It's just Here, I'm gonna half my HP for no reason.
I believe raptors typically have cloacas.
They have a what?
A cloaca.
Oh, okay.
You know what a cloaca is?
I know it's like I think, isn't it like an alternative sexual organ? I don't know exactly what it is, though.
It's like a combination, like, asshole, penis, vagina
yeah,
that
it's
birds
just like
have.
one. Yeah, okay.
It kind of just does everything down there. It's like a super orifice.
Wow. What a great description.
But I'm pretty sure raptors have those. Only like 3% of bird species have penises and vaginas.
Salferis, that's a Guyana. Do you remember what it was called? That's a crabble.
Well, sea fusion is not a penis in the sense that like it penetrates stuff.
Yeah, a cloaca
like,
bell. Yeah.
They do sex stuff with it, is my point.
It's a leggy, a flyer.
What are we looking for again?
I don't remember. I'm gonna go check the thing. Was it for Jen? Yeah, it was for Jen. So it was Arlocabeeba, secluded Boneway. Okay, well maybe it's... Maybe I can see that easier if I look at the map. You're the Rackamore. You're a lake. Well, this is Torna.
Yeah.
How did I kill one if I haven't found the secluded Boneway? Whatever.
Maybe there are rare spawns somewhere else as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, it literally says Cloaca Raptor.
This is becoming addictive.
Oh, treasure.
Treasure.
Can you see it though?
Looks like it. Yeah, we didn't even need eyes to see
yeah.
that treasure. So, I call that a W. Close rapture.
Cloaca Raptor.
Like a raptor. Oh, that's a nest. That needs to die.
Ugh.
It spotted us with its eyes. Oh no, it's coming.
Why are you like this, Pizza?
I don't know.
I'm over here trying to participate in a Christian stream.
A Christian stream?
A nice family-friendly Christian stream.
Family-friendly? Oh, wrong place in multiple accounts.
It's a great game, Bellcat. Please do not disparage it.
Yeah, I'm having fun. Probably. Is Pizza even Christian? No.
I fight for my friends.
What an incredible feeling.
Like I was telling Pizza before we started, any game can be a good game with good company.
Well,
Nature makes a fine
I start
ally.
thinking about the people dearest to me.
Loved ones.
That was a lot of rare materials, actually.
Right.
Sure
You can
was.
tell by the color of it. The yellow is like, oh.
Whoa, my god, you just ate shit.
Yeah. I can't even, oh, I guess the thing's here now. Can my allies even, okay, that works. Yeah, I just respawned all my allies by putting my weapons away and taking them out again. Get fucked.
Strategy.
Wrong chat, implying you're not only watching Xenoblade. Can't believe this.
Bro, what is this animal?
It's a Burin.
I've seen this in a hentai.
Okay. I don't have no idea. If it's like supposed to be a reference to an actual animal, I don't know what it would be.
It looks like a Pokemon. Like, that's a grass
I
type
could see
Pokemon.
it. Yeah.
What's a grass starter? That's the
That's like a Tortuga.
What's the next Pokemon generation called? It's like Violet and something.
It's like Scarlet and Violet or something. I don't know. It looks really
right.
lame.
That's the Scarlet grass starter right there.
I guess they have showed that off by this point. I saw some people posting trailers of it in JJ Cord, but
trailer came out I think a couple days ago, maybe.
I feel like Pokemon kind of lost something when it stopped being like pixel art almost.
C Fusion, was it between Okino and Hijiyama by any chance? Because I would want to see that. Can you just DM me that? And I'll do some research later.
Some research.
I remember seeing the new gen starters like when they first announced them like 6 months ago. Is this an experience you've had where every time they release a new Pokemon generation, you think, wow, this looks so much worse than the last one?
Yeah. I mean, like, they're just, there's only so many animals they can pull from to keep making the Pokemon. Like, I get it, you know?
Oh, dude, people were pissed, too, because they finally broke, like, the, there was, like, a fan theory that all the different type starters were following different themes or whatever. Like, the fire types were always, like, lizards or whatever. And the grass types were always, I don't know, zodiac signs or something like that. They finally broke it, though, and everyone's pissed.
Really? Well, I mean, again, there's only so many zodiac signs. They probably haven't gone through all of them. But, yeah, the game could evolve, like, it just doesn't, like, it's a handheld game that they're trying to just translate almost one-to-one into a big console game, and, like, it's just not it for me.
I liked Sword and Shield, but I feel like every area needs to be the open world area, because there was one, and then everywhere else was like old school contained routes,
yeah,
which was lame as shit. But I also generally skip every other generation, because otherwise you're just playing the same game like every year.
I don't know why it's always blocking me. The last one I played was Sun and Moon, and I actually seemed like a lot of people didn't enjoy Sun and Moon, but I found it to be pretty fun, so I don't know.
It's always
Maybe
hard to parse out the legitimate criticism from like the fanboys from previous generations. Who are just mad that it's like kind of different.
Oh no, this game isn't the same game that I played for 700 years. They removed the Gym 2 where there was a mill tank in it. I hate this game. I liked that mill tank fight.
Where it has like a 50% chance to roll your whole team, whether it uses rollout or not.
I liked my ass getting blasted by rollout. It was thematic and made me really feel the trainer's journey, as all Pokemon is RNG on whether or not you're the player character or not. And if you are, you become the champion one day. And if you're not, you die to this mill tank and have to become a regular civilian.
Hey, you're shitting on it, but that is one of the most memorable fights in all of
Pokemon
history.
No, it is. Like, I know.
Anyway, that's okay, C Fusion. I don't need to know what they're saying. I just need to know the feelings involved.
Oh, I actually have swordplay too. Okay.
Yo, just use your sword to chop down this tree.
Holy shit! Really don't feel like the swordplay has to be swift to cut the tree low. I feel like you could just like hit it a couple times. Oh, don't jump against me.
Strength is surely more important than the speed.
Right? Like, or just persistence. Like, if you hit it enough times with the sword, surely you'll cut the tree eventually.
That's true. Trees aren't that hard.
Oh.
God, I wish I could learn Thai. What patience it would take to learn, like, not just one East Asian language, but two?
Multiple.
Holy fuck.
Like, at least Chinese after Japanese, you'd know the kanji. But,
right.
Like, yeah, that's not exactly an appealing proposition.
I've tried to learn Japanese on like 3 separate occasions. I always get tripped up learning the kana. It's too much.
Oh, you don't like the katakana and hiragana? Really?
I mean, I don't dislike them. It's just so
like,
foreign. It's so hard to remember them all.
It's just the syllabary. I don't know. I didn't find that part. Like, just some drilling for like 2 weeks, and I pretty much have them down still.
I have a hard time associating sounds with like characters.
I guess.
If I hadn't learned the alphabet when I was like 2, I probably wouldn't know it today.
No, I can't command water.
Yo.
Well, guess I die. Yeah.
C Fusion knows Chinese? Holy smokes.
Yeah. Lived in Hong Kong for a while, I think. So. At a certain point, you probably have to.
That's fair. I keep forgetting how worldly everyone in the community is.
Yeah. It's not all people who are in the central time zone.
Central Standard Time Zone.
That did 1800 damage to me, whatever that was.
Oh.
Well, time to heal for a while.
Oh, Speckled Monarch.
No. Okay, I thought I aggroed the level 38 giant snake.
Oh.
What?
Okay, tell me that those animals to your right are not fairy-type horse Pokemon.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
That's a fairy-type horse
Isn't
Pokemon,
that just, like the, not Absol, but like the one from Gen 5 that's, no, that's Gen 7. The one from Sword and Shield, or, not Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, that, like, the rival character has. That's, like, can be any type. I don't remember its fucking name.
I think I vaguely remember.
Like, it's got the head crest thing.
It does look a little like Absol, too, if it was like a horse instead of a dog thing.
Absol's pretty close, but that's just because a lot of Pokemon look the same.
That's true, also. There's like 2 schools of Pokemon design. Either you make it look like an animal, or you make it look like a random household object.
You didn't like the key Pokemon?
I was just thinking of FK. It's like the go-to random bullshit Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you very much, C Fusion. I'll research that later.
Garbage Pokemon? Oh, the trash Pokemon. What was that? Was it called Rubbish?
Which one? Muck? Garbodor? Trubbish?
Trubbish is the one I was thinking of.
The fucking crab with like crust on his back.
Okay, do I have all the things?
Aren't we intrepid?
Can I just like cook? I have a bunch of food I cooked earlier in my backpack. Can... Holy shit.
God, I don't remember his
rough
voice.
Guy,
I remember his voice.
Water's Edge.
It's
I have to kill the
Shaggy and
Salferis.
Jordan Peterson. Sal Ferris.
Okay,
Didn't you just walk past like 40
I
of those?
walked past a bunch of them because I realized I needed to kill them. So that's probably the stuff I'm missing, is the Sal Ferris stuff. Is that the armor?
C Fusion, I will pay you in sticky white curry.
What's the herb's armor?
Good. This should be good.
No, it's an Arlo Kabiba. Okay, well. Are you an Arlo Kabiba? No.
It must have been something over here, right?
It has to have been, but I don't see it. Well, time to kill some Sal Ferris. Gonna hunt the whole population to extinction for some food.
Bruh,
I'm not sure about the long-term sustainability. I wish I had any food. I'm gonna have to get dinner here pretty soon.
You hungry boy, all this talk about Quartermaster scarfing down, guzzling the food.
Guzzling the food down.
I've got something of a hunger myself. Oh my god, 1 million volts?
Yeah, it's gonna die before we get the chance. Alright, that's one more Ferris beast meat. I wish there was like a tracker on screen or something just to tell me how close I am. Like, I'm really having fun.
Friend chicken. Why would you
no.
friend chicken?
Who was it? Was it JJ? We haven't seen him all day.
Oh my god, you haven't.
You ate JJ, you bastard.
Oh no, he said friend. Sorry, not JJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fried chicken do be pretty good though.
Yeah, I could go for some fried chicken.
You won't suffer long.
No, it'll probably survive this somehow and continue to suffer. Oh no, or yeah, it survived, and I think I aggroed something else.
Every bit of visual feedback was telling you that that was the end of the fight.
Yep.
All my memories here in my heart.
But nope.
Aren't we intrepid?
Nature makes a fine ally.
There's just some random bird people here. A Victor totem.
That's an interesting name for a fucking bird.
And yeah, I
Wait,
guess
it's
I'm fighting
literally
the
a
Victor
totem.
Yeah, fuck him.
Bro, you're just punching wood. What are you doing?
I'm sharpening my knuckles for the inevitable confrontation with these birds. They can actually do things. Like, I don't know what this Victor totem does, but I'm killing it.
I assume it like
Killing the
buffs
other
them.
one too. That's what I would assume, but how do I tell everyone to fight this? Please attack this thing instead. What are they all doing? They're not. So there's like a shortcut somewhere to make them all attack the same thing as me, but you know, instead of that, Bridge is just gonna die.
It's fine.
No problem.
Kill that Grat Tirkin and call it a day.
Yep. I'm just trying to heal everyone.
It does pick up once it gets going. You're right.
Yeah, no, the combat music good. It just you usually don't hear too much of it, which is a shame. Like even here, we'll probably only hear half of it. It's like a 3-minute long song.
Wow. God, it really is hitting that Persona note for me.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to hear like you never see it
Come
coming.
in.
I beg to differ.
You'll see. Let my my mind is too fast for eyes. I think that's it.
You're done and it's so good.
Yeah. By the time it's hit you, your last surprise. I think we're all fighting this one. Yeah, we're all fighting this one.
There's no tutorial limiting the combat?
Yeah, no, like... there is. I don't think I can chain attack yet. I mean, yeah, it's not letting me chain attack. The bar's there for it, but...
Oh, I see.
There are tutorials limiting the combat. It's not as bad as it was in the base game. I don't know, man. Don't ask me.
It blew my mind. Like, Persona 5 had such good music, and then they released Persona 5 Royal, and it had, like, equally good, but, like, mostly different music.
Yeah. Scramble has a bunch of really good remixes and a couple of good original tracks, too, of the base game. They went pretty hard on the soundtrack for this shitty Dynasty Warriors, like, version of Persona.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's, Royal's good. We don't have a keen enough eye to see this chest, unfortunately. What a shame.
Can't even see it. That's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
Nature makes a fine ally.
How do I even tell if I have enough stuff? Come on. It's pretty bad.
For the most part, if you played Persona 5, I don't think you really need to play Royal.
No.
I think it's more of like a replacement for the experience rather than like an additional one.
Provides a much better ending, because one of the only real criticisms I had of it was I thought that the ending was really terrible, and they gave a really bad excuse for like why you couldn't do anything for the last like 3 months of the game originally.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh yeah, you have to testify against this guy. Why? Even though he's already admitted to this crime? You just do. It's like, okay, thanks.
I was like, I had such a good playthrough. I was like doing everything perfectly. I was trying to get all the like max arcanas and stuff.
Yeah.
And like max skills and everything. I was like, okay, I got this, it's going great, I can do it, and then I found out that the last 3 months you don't get to do basically anything, and I was like, fuck this shit. Really left a bitter taste in my mouth.
Yeah. And I just thought the ending and character exploration in general was better. I'm like struggling to keep track of what I'm even fighting here. There's so much going on.
Noisy.
Yeah.
Did she just say,
What?
I'll show you something good?
Yes.
Bruh.
Come on. Come on, give me the cyclone attack.
I did check Pixiv. There was a fair bit of stuff, but like I couldn't find more than about 2 pages of Rule 34. Like it's not enough. Come on.
Ben needs
Most
his
of it
Rule
was
34
dog
res.
shit, man. Honest to God, half of it looked like they made it in MS Paint. I'm not joking. It was
That's
bad.
funny. I mean, that's how a lot of stuff is, though. To be fair.
There were like 2 categories. There was like competent stuff that you could tell were drawn by Japanese artists, and there was like 13-year-olds on MS Paint who just learned how to draw. I did search in Japanese. There's not that much!
The original art for Higurashi always comes to mind when I think of people drawing things. I don't know if you've seen that.
Higurashi when they cry?
Yeah, like the original art that they had, where like the person who put it together obviously had no clue how to draw, just no idea at all, and it like really looks like a 3rd grader's drawings.
So bad.
Why is this big guy not hitting me?
I
The guy
don't
just
know
doesn't
what
care if
happened.
his bird buddies get beat up. He's just chilling. He's just sitting
I
there.
don't know what happened, but like 30 years ago, no one knew how to draw anime. It was ridiculous.
I actually kind of like the old style of
Well, so here's the thing.
stuff.
They had
Oh,
to
no,
adopt
no, I agree.
better aesthetics, but the actual like drawing was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, I died. Okay.
Jeez.
Oh.
1140? What the fuck? I didn't see any of that shit.
What's been fucking killing me so badly? Jesus. Run away. Run away. Get off the ladder. They can't chase me here. So if you go on a ladder,
No.
everything de-aggroes from you, by the way.
Oh, it's probably that level 25 guy, huh?
Yeah, it was. He's a unique enemy, so he's gonna be strong. Oh, I wonder if... A large old machine.
Can you use your seeker?
No, I can't, apparently.
Oh.
And I don't have a big enough eye to see this barrel.
Oh my god, it's a very big barrel, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Sea Fusion,
It's
that's
more lactose.
1140 works, which includes like a lot of derivative sketches and also a lot of non-Rule 34 stuff.
Okay, do I have enough stuff yet? Holy shit. How long have we been doing this? Like 45 minutes? Okay, I think I have enough stuff. Because I can go talk to him.
Yo. Welcome back.
We managed to get all the food you wanted. Take a look.
I'll just take the liberty of confirming. 3 Grimdark crabs, 5 portions of Ferris beast meat, 3 lacto nuts, and 7 measures of weeping flour. Oh, there appears to be even more here than I originally requested.
Think of it as a little token of our appreciation, Brogan. Also, if you make yourself ill eating rotten food, it's going to affect the troops' morale. So be sure to eat your fill of this stuff and keep up the good work.
Your Highness! I'm scarcely worthy of such an honor. With this, my devotion is sealed forever.
Hey, come on, don't go overboard. Master Adam, would you mind if me and Mick took care of the cooking today?
Dude, what the fuck is that character?
I don't know. He's just kind of been here for a while and hasn't said anything for the past, like, 3 hours of gameplay. I kind of forgot he was here, to be honest.
It's just a cat toy.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yup. The caterers are looking pretty overworked since all the other people showed up. We should help out. That's very thoughtful of you. Then I'd be honored to ask for your assistance. Okay, let's get to it, Mick. This is good, but it's only a temporary measure. I need to come up with a permanent solution.
You gonna kill him?
Maybe.
One less problem in the world.
Man. Oh, cooking cutscene?
Boy, a cooking cutscene.
Mick, mind cutting the veggies?
A voice cooking cutscene?
Yeah, man. Oh, he's fucking going at it. Look at that poorly textured lettuce.
Holy shit.
Hey, you're pretty good at that.
Not really. Anyone could do it.
What? Can't hear you over the music.
Then you think I'll get to the meat?
The mixing's so bad.
Oi! Mithra!
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm preparing the meat, of course. Are your eyes not working or something?
I'll cut it out. Back away and don't touch anything.
What? But why?
Seems like fun. Why don't I help, too?
Don't encourage her. You wouldn't talk that way if you knew the atrocities of Mithra's cooking.
Atrocities?
Oh, they're doing the woman can't cook joke. The original funny joke. Look at them go.
They're doing it. It's funny because women are supposed to be able to cook, but this one can't.
Haha. It's like everything. I think the first time I saw someone do this joke was in Persona 4. Like,
It does more damage to you than any artifice ever could.
Hey, watch it! Don't go around saying mean things like that.
Mithra.
Yeah?
Can I borrow you?
What is it? I'm about to help with dinner.
Laura, you too? Would you mind sparring with me, please?
I don't mind, but
Why don't I help with the cooking?
Oh, Batman can cook?
oh,
yeah, he's good at cooking.
Alright then.
He was the guy who cooked the original thing.
Yo.
Now we marinate the steak.
Feels good.
Very important to get a good flavor profile.
Thank goodness.
Surely it can't be that bad.
He's still going. There's just a mountain of diced cabbage.
Imagine being a girl and not cooking well. I mean, I literally can't. Don't you know that that's not how that works?
Perhaps not.
Okay, that was a bullshit cutscene, but I do think it was really funny how the mountain of carrots kept growing.
Yeah.
Not carrots. That was pretty funny.
Lettuce. I'll wager nothing tastes as good as a good meal after some solid training. That sounds about right. I ate so much I feel like I'm gonna burst. Pardon me, Mr. Adams, sir. While I was giving out rations, I heard the soldiers talking. They were saying that Let Bridge still hasn't been repaired. What, still? We sent workers up there a while back. What's held them up? From what I hear, Goggles have been giving them no end of grief. I thought we'd preempted that, too. Didn't we send enough guards? I must have underestimated the problem. These Goggles sound pretty tough. They're really not. I could see them being a handful in packs, though. For your average soldier, anyway. The sniper could have took them out. Those things are what destroyed the bridge in the first place. If we don't get the bridge repaired, it's going to seriously delay our going to and from the capital. How are Hugo and Aegean? I believe it may still be a while before they return. Great. Let's go and wrap up this whole bridge affair before Hugo gets back. We'll set out early tomorrow morning. Okay, we'll help you with that.
Actually, I might have to pass.
Oh, what's wrong? Not feeling well. You sound off.
No, it's not that. It's just, I promised I'd make my special dish tomorrow.
Forget about that. I'll get all the ingredients and what have you, so you can focus on helping Master Adam. He needs you. There'll be time enough to cook later after we get rid of the Goggles. We can celebrate our victory. We really could do with the help, Jin.
Alright then.
Or you could at least leave it all that to me. Oh my god. I'll cook up a feast for the ages. No, you flippin' well won't.
How are we gonna find the Goggles?
We put out the monsters in Let Bridge. Holy shit, we just talked about this. It's a little ways down Rackham Moor. It's not too far. Let's go out and scout it.
Do you have a map that might lead us to them? A Google map, for instance?
Nah, I'm hoping we can use Google Maps this time. Oh good, yeah, Google Maps gave us an indicator, thank god.
Oh, good. But, do we know what they look like? Do we have any Google images?
Yeah, Goggles are big monkeys, I think.
Okay. Has there been any Google news?
No, I don't know if they've invented Google news yet. This is like 500 years in the past, so... I think I probably maybe could have fast traveled closer, but whatever. Oh no, there they are. Yeah, they're just kind of sitting there.
Yo!
What's up, monkeys?
Pretty high level.
Look, there's a bridge. I guess that's Let Bridge?
I told you, C-Fusion, there's not that much.
Rather tough. You think so? They don't look like much. Their analysis doesn't change. Don't let your guard down. They're just fucking monkeys.
I teamed up with Max to find 13 Sentinels Rule 34, and we couldn't find very much.
They went deep. Oh, jeez.
Oh my god. You're owning these Goggles.
Yeah, I mean, they're just monkeys. It's not like it's that one guy that could one-shot me from before. Oh, well, that did some damage to me. Yeah, every once in a while, enemies just do giant bursts of damage where you're like, oh, okay, I guess. I know I need healing. That's why I switched to the healer.
Nuclear blast? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's what we've been using on them. We've used it a couple of times on these guys.
I have not noticed that you're out here, like, dropping bombs on people.
Yeah?
That's kind of fucked.
It's just how it be.
Over here violating Geneva Convention, I assume. But this is the Geneva Convention, right?
Here, we'll just use Heat 3 on it.
Now you're firebombing them?
I mean, we can throw some ice on the wound.
Okay, good.
It won't be that bad. Oh, there's orbs on it after, just interesting.
Am I the only one who found it weird? that one of the damage types in Persona 5 was nuclear.
Yeah, it was a little... it was not what I expected. And like, why is nuclear and psychic damage like opposites of each other in the game, you know?
Yeah, right? Oh, it's so weird.
What's the thought process?
It could have been like Shadow or... I don't know.
We managed it just about. Alright, they were a little tougher than I expected. No, they weren't. I'm not even reading this.
Well, we're gonna miss the deep lore, though.
I don't care.
We're gonna miss the Gogol lore.
She's angry at us, apparently. Whatever.
Give me a shout next time something happens.
Is there any meaningful story in this DLC?
Maybe eventually. not in this session. That's for sure.
If this were a 13 Sentinels character arc, it would be Iori.
Yeah, this has been the Iori route for sure. We're like going camping and cooking and talking about food.
Oh my god.
Oh, I guess we're training.
Oh,
or something.
fight!
Cool.
Amazing, Laura. Even when I foresee your movements, you counter me instantly.
I couldn't do it without Hazel's power.
Oh yeah, with that sword, he can see the future. So he shouldn't be able to lose really, but don't worry about it.
It's one of those things that you just can't really think about that much.
Yeah, just don't think about it.
To bring out my original blade.
Master Adam, your evening meal is ready for you.
Oh, is it that time already?
The days are so long at this time of year. I just start losing track.
God, he's so edgy.
Oh, finished already? That's a shame. I was hoping to join in.
Join in? By yourself?
His Majesty has many pressing matters to attend to. Besides, I'm used to working alone.
A driver and blade are one in body and soul. That's their very nature. You're not at full strength without him.
It's not so simple as all that. I know I've yet to unlock the depths of your power.
Really? I feel like I've been giving it my all.
But you never stop growing. At any rate, Hayes' ability to restrict other blades is indispensable.
He wants to explore Mithra's depths.
When she stops me using my foresight, it's certainly difficult.
Oh, but you honor me too much. I'm just happy to help you both in any way I can.
Next to each other like that, you really do look like twins, you two.
It's rare for the driver's nature to appear so strongly in their blade.
People tell me that from time to time, but is it really true?
Perhaps. But whatever the reason, I am happy if I look even a little like you, my lady.
We're even the same dress size.
Right?
By the way, we want to try taking you on next, Jin.
Well, how about it, Jin?
I'm afraid I don't particularly like fighting.
That's why you kill everything all the time.
And to think,
is he evil yet?
No, he's never really evil.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps there's truth in those words. After all,
he just becomes more disillusioned and edgy, and so he sides with the evil people because he just doesn't care.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah.
We've discovered Malos's target.
What? I can't hear you. Take off your helmet.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Why did they put that muffled effects on it?
Realism or something.
Bro, that's a dark elf.
Yeah, basically. He's the Pope in the base game, but right now he's just a quester, because I guess that's a rank in the church.
And here I thought I had seen the last of you.
Oh, the like 1980s guy is the evil guy, by the way. So is the Pope here, but
I bet it'd be real interesting to see it in its true form.
Where did you learn that?
Learn? Inside my core, I have all the data of all blades and titans.
You have all of it? You think to call yourself the Master Blade?
Sure, why not?
I'm a master blader.
Yeah. Gonna make that joke if you didn't.
My partner. I hear you gave her to that.
You could even say that he's a master sword.
And if I did?
Yo.
Throw him in Zelda.
Just like that?
Not at all.
I don't know, does he have 13 heart containers?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. I don't even know if he's found Kokiri for us. Like, he says he knows where it is, because he has data on it, but...
Why would you tell me so plainly?
So you know what to look forward to as you watch.
I can't believe that was the voice that they gave to the Pope. That did not sound like a Pope voice.
No. No. Yeah, no.
I see. So this comes from the Quester. But he doesn't know what Malos is planning for Torna.
We should probably hurry.
Soon. We'll go once Hugo's back.
How did the Witch weekly one-shot?
Breath of the Wild, probably.
Breath of the Wild was terrible. Because even if you told him what to do, I don't even think he would be able to do it in 12 hours.
I think if you knew exactly what you were doing, you probably could, but blind,
if someone told him directly, this is where it is, and you just need to do 40 shrines to do it, he could do it in 12 hours. If you just gave him the information, you need 13 heart containers to pull the sword, he would have not done it in 12 hours, because that requires him to not only to do and find 40 shrines, but also to find the Master Sword itself.
It was a pretty ill-conceived weekly one-shot.
It was horrible. I like, there were so many ways to do that. It could have been interesting. And like, you could have just given him better information, and it would have been like at least watchable. You could have just made it complete all 4 Divine Beast dungeons, and then at least like you know, there's a pretty clear goal as to what you're supposed to do. You could have started the timer after he got off the plateau. I think would have been more reasonable. No, it's not enough time, C-Fusion. It's just not.
The game's
it's not enough
just
time.
Way too open.
Playing
like,
it
not
the way
direction.
I did, I like just casually, it took me 10 hours to clear like the Zora area. And to be fair to him, that's what he basically cleared in 6, but he had no shrines done. And no, like, Korok Seed stuff done.
Yeah.
Like, no, 12 hours is not enough
after
time.
about 6 hours.
Yeah, he tapped out after 6 hours, because he was like, well, I'd rather not waste my time on this. Oh.
It was pretty bad.
We have, and we came across something of great importance. You're looking a bit pale there, Hugo. Are you alright? Well, I'm just a little tired, that's all. I'm not surprised. The Coetian resistance fought so desperately, they really took it out of us. The battleground was a terrible sight to behold. Yeah, I don't like the game either, Young, but... How many more... No, I don't like Breath of the Wild. It's not for me. I basically, like, I acknowledge that the exploration and the world that they made is very good. And for the first, like, 10 hours or so as I was playing it, basically to the point where I finished that Zora questline, I went, wow, the world is crafted well, there's lots of stuff to do, and puzzles and stuff in the world, and, you know, the dungeon was kind of a disappointment, but I liked the quests and the way that the game sort of led me into the dungeon and had me, like, collect shock arrows and stuff. Well, it never makes you do that again for any of the other quests. And by the time you've done that, you've seen everything the game has to offer from a gameplay perspective. And I was like, oh,
that's fair.
30 more hours of this. And none of it is as good as the Zora quest line, which really wasn't all that good. Like, I didn't like the story. I didn't care for any of the characters.
These are reasonable criticisms.
Yeah. Like, the combat's not good.
I don't hate the... no, it's pretty bad.
It's not good. Like, the dodge system doesn't work. Just blatantly doesn't work. You want to dodge, like, a year before you actually get attacked. Like, the sword will pass through you as you go into slow-mo. Yeah.
Alright, that's fair, that's fair.
How many more lives must Malos wrest from us? We must do all we can to avenge them. It is truly tragic. We'll put a stop to it. Come on, they repaired Let Bridge while you were away. I think it's time for us to move on. Move on? Have you discovered where Malos will strike next? Indeed, we've had our suspicions, and now they've been confirmed. His target is Torna, the capital no less. Can we trust the veracity of this source? I believe we can. The Praetorium's intelligence is likely to be on the mark. Our info is coming from the... Oh, God. Our info is coming from the Questa, then. In that case, I believe we have little room for doubt. The capital, huh? That's a long way. It is. Once we're over Let Bridge, we'll have to cross the damned desert.
Hold on, can you say that one again?
The dang desert. What do you want to do, Mick? You can stay here if you want. We can have one of the wardens look after him. I'll go with you. Are you sure? Sooner or later we'll end up facing Malos. It's a dangerous road that lies before us. I'm going with you.
Bro, chill out. Also, how did you get behind me?
Okay.
What the fuck? ...
What should we do? He can teleport. Thinking about it now, there's no guarantee he's staying here with assure his safety. He may in fact be safer in a company, is that not so? Shall we let him come with us, then? Oh, talk about twisting a person's arm. Fine, we're all going to the capital. Are you sure this is what you want, Mikhail?
Is that a yes?
I think that was a nod, yeah.
Like a tilted nod, man. It's like diagonal.
Hugo, I have a proposal for you. Oh, yes? I've been thinking that after the sparring match with Laura yesterday, wouldn't we also make better use of our skills if we passed around our weapons the way she does? How about it? Want to give it a go? ... Perhaps it's worth a try. Laura's access to both Jin and A's weapons when fighting. I'm sure it'll open up our options in battle. I do think it would be especially wise for us to learn from her, especially given our common battle with the Aegis. So we're agreed. Mithra, I'd like to try using your sword. Mind if I borrow it? It's all yours. Doubt you're going to use it as well as these three, though. Strangely humble of you. That's not what I meant. Baka.
Baka.
Oh, is that JJ?
JJ. Yeah.
Actually, forget what I said. We're going to knock this out of the park. Now that's more like it. Bridget, Aegean, you may not be so convinced at first, but give it some time and we'll surely reap the rewards. As you wish, your majesty. JJ, you're voicing Bridget now.
Would never question your authority, your majesty.
Thank you. I'm blessed to have such faithful attendants. Let's make tracks, people. We'll be right with you. Onwards, then, to the capital.
Oh, JJ does real voices?
What do you think, bro?
Like, you could have done real voices too. You just haven't negotiated for anything. I told you to pick out
voices.
People. Like you just have Jin and the side characters. Anyone else could.
Have you been fulfilling your terms?
He has been fulfilling the terms. Yes.
Thank you so much, fan.
Of course, I would not. I keep my promises, you know. I didn't expect JJ to do real voices. I thought every voice would be like, "Hey, I'm JJ. Blah blah blah," and then like
meh.
Batman.
Hey, I'm JJ. Meh.
Oh, I like poutine. Oh, I'm Canadian.
I ride a moose.
I ride a moose every day to work, eh?
Yeah, honestly, most Americans' Canadian accent is just a Wisconsin accent, but racist.
Yeah. That's accurate. I have to go to Wisconsin here soon. No, that's not good. Why did I decide to do that?
Why did you decide? What are you going to?
I'm going to, we're just going up to, like, a lake with me and some friends for this weekend.
Fucking boring. Go to Wisconsin Dells and go to a shitty fucking water amusement park.
No.
Yeah, that's actually fair. No, you know what you should do? I don't care where you go in Wisconsin, you have to get Max mac and cheese. It's really good.
Oh, I've had that before. I have had that before. It is really good.
It's so good. It's so good.
That's from Always Sunny.
No, it's like real. Always Sunny real.
You missed the game turning into an absolute degeneracy fest, JJ, and it had nothing to do with the fact that I'm here, I swear.
Sure, yeah.
Like, every other line someone said was, "I'm coming," and one person wanted, like, sticky white curry all over her, and one guy was, like, guzzling food. It's a word they actually used, is guzzling.
Aggro
Really
and
makes me
max
think.
HP is good. Yeah, that works for you. This was a better aggro.
So is this guy, like, the king or something?
He's like a king of somewhere, and the Adam guy is the prince of the place that we're at right now.
Okay, this is all right. Well, Twitch doesn't do links very well. Links that have commas in them. I mean, it can't parse those. But don't worry about that. Just copy paste that. And that is the list of places that contain a Max macaroni and cheese shop.
Watch for this one later.
Michigan launch? What?
And it's like, it's obscenely good. Like, I would have eaten there every day. I was in Wisconsin Dells if, like, my friends didn't stop me.
I can keep on going, especially
I love mac and cheese.
I too love mac and cheese.
I guzzle it.
That is... Bro, I don't know if you need your eyes checked, possibly. Oh, is that because you just clicked the link?
It's possible.
I think... Because the link... If you didn't... if you didn't copy the link, I think it autofills your latitude. To, like... Or your longitude, or whatever.
It's like where you are now, or something?
Yeah, because there's a comma after one of them, right? So... Yeah, because if you copy and paste it, it does it correctly. It does what I intended. It takes you to Wisconsin.
Yeah, if you don't, I think it just puts you wherever you currently are, or whatever.
Yeah, that's possible. Except I don't think that Strudel's in San Fran.
Maybe it just happens that my longitude is pretty close. Or latitude?
Maybe something like that.
Whichever one the first one is.
No, it does. It did take me to me as well, but then again, I am also longitudinally quite close.
I think it probably just says, hey, this isn't a full set of coordinates, and it just places you wherever you are.
Maybe.
Spoiling for a fight.
Nope.
Happy to
Don't.
oblige.
No, you can't fight me. I'm on a ladder.
It's literally just short for macaroni and cheese shop, huh?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. But it's fucking so good. Look at these reviews, bro. The one in Wisconsin Dells has 2,200 Google reviews, and it has a 4.7 star rating.
Yo, the monkeys are reviewing restaurants now?
Damn.
That's correct, yeah. Anyway, yeah, don't buy any of the cheese. Wisconsinites appear to, like, just sell cheese on the side of the road or whatever.
Ah, why not?
You go to a gas station and just, like, get cheese and shit.
Oh, gas station cheese.
Yeah, bro, gas station cheese curds.
Yikes.
The worst part is they're probably good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's so
like,
ubiquitous.
Can't be that bad.
No, yeah. But I just refused. I was like, no, I'm not eating fucking gas station cheese, bro.
Bro, the Shell station is where I get my milk.
Oh, that's rough.
Ouch. Give me all this stuff. Alright, maybe that this now. Oh, no, I gotta fight the Scowling Quincy. Hang on.
Oh, you're fucked.
Oh god, but that took so much damage. Please, no, please hit someone else. Please hit someone else. Someone else help. Why are none of the other teammates doing anything? They're just standing there. Fucking hit him.
We know that this is a losing battle.
I think any place that sold gas station sushi would like be legally required to get food inspected every 10 minutes. Like they might as well just put a department of like food safety.
Someone want to revive me
in there. Mithra's too busy kneeling. Nah, okay.
Holy shit! I'm the only healer. All right, hang on. I'm running onto the wall. We're trying this again. Fucking game.
You just realized that you suck.
Well, I don't know why my allies didn't attack it for the first, like, 10 minutes of the fight. What?
It might be too close to the edge or something. The AI is not detecting it.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be ridiculous.
I think that's what's happening, though. It's something like that. Okay. Right? Everyone's attacking
I mean, they
this,
certainly...
right?
They had problems pathing to it, for sure.
Okay.
Like, they just kind of... Yeah, they just kind of don't get close enough. Yeah, there you go.
You gotta lure him away from the edge, which sucks because he's low.
Yeah, he's fucking ranged.
Okay, right. This is going better immediately.
Quick, nuke him.
Yeah, I got a cold snap him.
I have bad news for your plan to lure him away from the edge.
Just don't worry about it. It's not important.
Well, yeah, I mean, because your fucking attacks don't have actual physical range. You're just playing an MMO, so it's fine. It's like, still
oh jeez.
sucks.
Oh no, I'm gonna die again. No! God damn it!
It's fine.
It's kind of not.
Can we start a losing cutscene counter?
It's looking that way. I was just about to be able to switch to my healer too, for fuck's sake. Is it gonna just fall off the cliff and die at this rate?
Why would there be any... Like, there would be no reason for them to
fall off the cliff and die. Fall off the cliff and die. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I mean, is there a mechanic where you knock enemies off cliffs?
Yeah, it's off the cliff. Come on.
What?
Yeah!
All right.
It counted?
Did it count? I don't know.
You got an affinity reward.
Leave. Yeah, if you leave and come back and it's not there, then...
Yeah, I got it! Named Tombstone!
Oh my god. Why would they even let that happen?
Killing enemies in combat is for chumps.
This is literally Dark Souls.
I just switched to the wind blade and used all my knockback skills.
Oh, you just killed Taurus Demon.
You literally just convinced Taurus Demon to fucking kill itself.
Oh, that's the new strategy, apparently.
It's time, boys. Force only run.
When they were designing a DLC, they really shouldn't have put the final boss next to it.
Makes Ornstein clip out of window and die.
I wish.
Oh, you can do that.
Can you?
It's really jank, but yeah. Here, I'll link the relevant Yamfa timestamp.
Aren't we intrepid?
Alright. Oh, there's a cave. You can get some cave bugs.
This is becoming addictive.
Burrowed insects.
I got munchie grubs and Dharma crickets.
Yeah,
no, we don't need the
Munchie
EU4
grubs right
DLC
now.
here, please. Okay, come on. The pressing moment when you order food and it's about to get here and the driver just drives right past your address.
Oh no.
Womp womp.
That's a great harvest spot. I feel like it always gives you rare shit.
Seems like it. But I think I have to go like across this bridge to go forward, maybe? It's to a place that I've already been, but I can't figure out how to actually navigate over there.
Alright, there's your relevant timestamp.
I'll watch that after the stream.
This is new.
You should watch it now.
Place would make a
But then what if Jin says something?
I'll do that. I'll take that burden on for you.
I can't carry the ring, but I can carry you, Mr. Frodo. What did you
He's
say?
attacking.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, chat. These animations are some truly innovative shit. They stand up, and every once in a while they wave their arms.
See, I told you, the fan and pizza stream experience was just horny jail, and as soon as JJ gets here, it's complaining jail.
I cannot be blamed for the degeneracy.
No, I'm not
They were
blaming
talking
you.
about cum and like coming on people and like weapons being too big and throbbing trees that remind them of their dads. This is not on me.
The complaining is on me though. This game's dog shit.
That's fair. I try to be positive.
I
And
don't.
also horny.
Ah, that one.
Wow.
After I kill this Telerique, I need to go, after I kill Dutch Rick here, I need to go get my food. I wonder, you know, I don't need to hit buttons anymore. I'm just gonna let the game beat this enemy for me. I'll be back.
Oh
Alright,
no.
Perfect time to watch Ornstein fucking kill himself.
What if a level 25 bird comes out of the sky again? What lever will we do? Lacto nuts. Yeah, you missed the lacto nuts, JJ.
You did bring up cloacas. That sounds like you problem.
There was literally an animal called a cloaca-raptor. What are you talking about?
Are you sure it was called a cloaca raptor?
It's like a cloaca-raptor, but like, come on.
I'm just saying, if it was actually called a cloaca raptor.
It's like C-L-O-C-H-A raptor. Cloaca raptor.
Strictly cloaca.
It's close. I have too many furry friends, and some of them are avians. What can I say?
Probably you have too many furry friends. That's what you
God,
can
Lord
say.
of the Rings is so good. I was on Sporkle the other day, and I came across these Lord of the Rings quizzes, and it made me realize how little I actually know of Lord of the Rings. It's not JJ Brelix, nice try. But dude, the lacto nuts were so good. This was the same guy who was guzzling down all the food. Who's like, I want to guzzle down some lacto nuts, man.
Like, they had to call it lacto nuts. Like, come on.
I'm surprised he didn't say he wanted to gargle some lacto nuts.
Jesus. At least they're being creative with their words. I think. Are these the Ardens that I needed to kill? Was it an Aria Arden? I don't know.
I think it might be.
Oh Jesus, it's got a lot of health. Okay.
It looks so innocent. I feel
Yeah,
bad killing it.
it's just kind of sitting there, but you know, it's a skill point, so. Sorry,
You're
sir.
a monster.
I mean, don't you just go around killing random wildlife for skill points? Well, that's
I'm
a pretty common thing.
pacifist.
That doesn't make sense.
The only skill you're unlocking is a hardened sense of, what's the word? Violence. Hey, I did not say milk, C-Fusion. Not put words in my mouth, it's already full of lacto nuts.
What is this combo into? Oh, more stone. Okay, well that's not happening. I cannot hit. I don't know where the combo. Well, got him. Well, that was an affinity reward for a Geon, apparently.
I think the one we were looking at needed you to kill 2 more as well. If that was the right animal.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't see any more here, so whatever.
I know what they look like now.
JJ, we haven't lost in the cutscene this whole day.
Impressive. Big E.
The only meaningful cutscene we had involved cooking food.
What? Can't hear you over the guitar.
That was kind of a banger, though.
Yeah. I just gotta punch it a couple times. It'll go down.
Bro, level 29. I don't know.
Nah, it'll be fine.
It doesn't seem to be doing very much damage.
No, that's the thing, right? Is it's not like it's hitting my tank, which is what I need it to be doing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did it just do a bunch of damage? I was not watching that.
Yeah. You're nearly dead now.
Oh, that's good. Well, I just switched away from my healer, so hopefully...
Is this a large dog?
Basically, yeah.
It's a Slythe Jargon, or Jagrin, sorry.
Yeah, well, it's fine now. Let's do some healing.
This isn't Dark Souls, JJ. Not every animal is a dog.
Alright, I think you're thinking of Elden Ring.
Same thing.
Oh, no, that killed me. That just one-shot me.
Yeah, it was like 2,000 damage when he does that attack.
Yep. Well, that's not a problem.
It's simple. Merely do not let him do that attack. Wait, does Jin have summon swords?
He has summoned something.
Yes, he is kind of pretty purgely.
Do we kill it? No, I guess we're gonna lose in cutscene now.
Maybe he just has a phase 2.
I don't know, you're kind of owning it in the cutscene.
It's hard to say. We haven't lost yet.
There's no way. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts. Yeah, that absolutely counts. If it gets to the kids, that counts. Hey, it's going in slow-mo. Maybe just walk away from it. Maybe just... You guys can just... Okay.
Ooh, saved.
By gun man with a scar. Who?
Bruh. Oh, I thought he was pointing the gun right at him.
Oh my god. Wait, did we meet that guy?
No, I've never seen this guy.
Are you sure?
Not this blade. I mean, Amalthus is the Pope.
Yeah, but didn't we meet the guy who was Amalthus's blade?
Well, yeah, that's Malos.
No.
Oh, maybe maybe it is this guy. Maybe that's possible. That's possible.
I just checked the wiki.
Is it really?
It's this guy.
Okay, yeah, this is the old man. Oh, tutorials.
Yeah,
Contributing to a blade combo will cause element orbs to start orbiting the enemy. You can then destroy them and inflict other special effects by using a chain attack. Contributing to your party gauge, or press plus when your party gauge is all 3 bars full to launch an attack sequence where teams take turns hitting the foe. And an element orb with specials. When an orb is hit 3 times, it'll be destroyed, especially the opposite element to an orb on the enemy will count for 2 hits. The last part's key. Here, have a free element orb and party gauge. Now you've got all you need is a chain attack. Okay.
I've got to say, he looks a lot better in the game now than he does in that screenshot that JJ sent.
Yeah, I believe that. Fire works against water. Shadow works against light. Fire will guarantee that I hit the water. Destroy an orb has a lot of nice effects, extends the chain attack, raises the damage bonus, fills up the full burst gauge, and recharges used characters. Normally in a chain attack, each team will act once and that's it, but if you destroy an orb, the attack will be extended by another round. If you succeed in the button challenges that appears when the round's extended, the specials you use will get a level up and be charged, so be ready for it. Alright. What do I need to do here? Ice. Okay. When you launch a chain attack, the party gauge will be placed with full burst gauge for the duration. With each element orb to destroy, the full burst gauge will fill up a little. If you can fill it completely, a full burst will trigger, dealing massive damage. Additionally, if you defeat an enemy during the chain attack, Overkill will begin, dealing more damage during Overkill, and that gives you extra XP, WP, and SP. Thanks.
Anyway, like Brelix was saying, there's no combat locked by tutorials, huh?
No combat what tutorials?
Locked by?
No. There's just tutorials everywhere.
Kind of feels like they wanted to make a standalone game here, but they clearly didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can buy this game standalone. I wouldn't... It's possible that you can. It's weak to Earth, so I should use Hugo. I don't know if it'll give me another one here, because I did break 3 orbs. No, that's it. Okay. Come on, someone spike it. Got it.
Yo! That was anticlimactic.
Yeah, I didn't even kill it. Miss might.
I don't know, he's pretty tanky.
Do I have the party gauge full? No, I can't even use the chain attack to try and overkill him. Oh, someone died.
Is the game like this?
I shall defend my emperor against...
There's still time to lose in game, in cutscene, sorry.
I mean, we killed the thing, and we haven't killed it in the cutscene.
You just have to kill it cooler and possibly get some panty shots, I guess.
Yeah, that was a great panty shot, by the way.
I want you to know that the wiki calls these gun knives.
Sure.
Not gun blades. Gun knives.
Guys, it's not the best time for introductions.
Yep, those are guns, yeah.
And knives.
Yeah, that's an just circle.
Did he just Sonic the fucking Hedgehog?
He just Sonic the Hedgehog on him. Dude, how is this thing not dead? Jesus, it's taking as long to die as in the cutscene as it did in game.
They just needed an action scene to backdrop that introduction for, and they didn't care that it was a dog shit action scene against a nothing enemy.
We talking about? It was a Sloan? I can't remember the name.
I should thank him, or not?
Your core looks kind of different.
Ah, well, I'm a flesh eater.
You're what?
Flesh eater.
He's a flesh eater.
He's committed the ultimate sin, essentially. Like literally.
Did he try to make the Philosopher's Stone with his brother's body?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm a failed experiment, so to speak.
Oh my god, he kind of did.
I never knew blades like that
yes.
existed.
And then he ages. Man, that sounds sick.
Isn't he coming?
Says Jin.
I just heard rumors that you guys had entered Torna. I used my own initiative.
Ah.
It's been 2 years since I saw him last.
Huh?
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 Nani?
I can actually hear him over the music.
It's like what's his name? Tim Taylor from Home Improvement. Oh.
Oh.
You guys see that show?
Oh. I've not seen the show, but I think I know what you're referencing.
I have neither because I'm racist.
I arrived too late.
Is that right? Was that their child? That soldier, wasn't that the one from...
Such a cruel world we live in.
Huh.
In Indal, there are a great many paintings depicting all manner of hells.
I don't remember those when we were in the giant church in Indal.
But I think real hell might be closer to something like this.
That is the worst lip syncing I have ever seen.
You can't.
It's impressive, honestly.
That is impressively bad.
I had hoped once that the architect might save us all.
Well, I finally got some story, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
Since then, I haven't seen it.
Took a while.
I
You had to
heard he
collect
was climbing up the
a
world tree
village
not
of
long
food
after,
first.
and brought divine revelations back with him.
You mean...
The Aegis. Malos.
But what kind of revelation is this? What kind of salvation? Could anyone call this salvation? His hope caused this.
It's like 3 craters. What's the problem?
Despair.
See the problem personally.
Despair?
How about you then? You're from the same stock?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just following this guy since he woke me up, and that's basically it. I have no particular interest in this world or its future.
And Malus himself?
His thoughts I'm especially uninterested in. We've never even met.
Please, don't mistake her. Despite the attitude, she's a good kid.
The hell is with that tone? Where do you get off acting all parental?
Oh, come on. I woke you up. I make sure you get enough to eat.
What?
Cloud sea crab sticks are tasty, aren't they? You're very welcome. Although I don't think I'd have managed to eat 6 myself.
What are you talking about?
I don't know where you put.
Oh, did they put a cat boy in this one?
Yeah.
I need all the fuel I can
Is he
get.
still Welsh?
Kinda.
Hey!
Did he just sexually harass her?
Yeah.
Where are my extra rations?
You little...
The Aegis, bested by a little kid.
Milton! Get back here!
Name's fucking Milton. It's fine because she's a woman. Ah, it's funny.
You know, if the architect
You missed the
really
really
does
funny
exist,
scene earlier where she couldn't cook.
I'd quite like to meet him.
It's funny because she's a woman. She's supposed to be able to cook.
Salvation.
It's almost exactly verbatim what I said.
Exactly what fan said, yes. Oh, new tips have been added. Oh, thank God, new tips.
Yo, can we read the tips?
No. No. Absolutely not. Alright, it's 52 meters to more story. Let's see it.
your sword-swapping fighting style. It's very interesting, you know.
Nothing like my gun
It's
style.
still quite rough, though. I'm a bit lacking in oomph. It'll take me a while to get it down properly.
See, I wasn't actually talking about the power or technique.
Oh? What then?
That connection you have. Human and blade.
It would be nice if this was like actually represented in game. Like if they would have given them like max affinity or near max affinity at the start.
That would have been cool.
Instead, their affinity starts at the same level as everyone else's, and it's like, okay.
But you can tell that they have a really close bond because other characters are telling you.
Yeah.
And you almost never find time to practice with me. It's like he's her favorite.
Come on, don't say that. I'm an equal opportunities driver.
Liar!
You're both my partners and very dear to me. There's
I
no
swear, I'm
favoritism.
exactly bisexual.
Are you really sure about that?
She doesn't believe it. Van doesn't believe it.
Hayes is a bit jealous.
No one believes
I
it.
have been with you longer, after all.
You think? All right then. Starting tomorrow, Hayes gets to take the lead. Good?
Wonderful.
You don't mind?
It's all right by me.
Dude, he's so mad. He's seething.
Yeah.
This is why he becomes a bad guy in the main game.
Yeah. He feels like he's getting cucked by what's-her-face.
Yep, they sure are all sleeping.
Me when I'm sleeping.
They really are all finally.
Every single character. You could hear like a Dr. Seuss like Christmas narration going on in the background.
Okay.
Do you remember?
No.
The last time we paid a visit to Indol?
I really hate the voice they chose for Mithra. Not because I don't like her voice, but because it's so out of place.
Yeah, it's really American.
What did you think?
You mean about him?
It's funny because I think the voice actress is British.
Let's see.
And they just made her do an American accent.
That's ridiculous.
In a word, he seemed very human, protecting his heart with a mask of lies.
Yeah,
Are you curious what's behind it?
The other ones at least sound like fantasy American. She just sounds like a girl I met at a coffee shop.
Cutting to the chase, I see.
The fucking lip sync is so bad.
But I hear his achievements in Indol have been quite grand.
Seems like most games nowadays at least like automate lip syncing
So a hypocrite then.
to some degree when you change language.
Most
They're
engines
clearly not
manage
doing
to
that here.
No.
I hope that's all he
Yeah, it was like not only manual, but like manual and badly done.
He smiled.
Well, I just imagine that they didn't change it at all once they went from Japanese.
Almost certainly.
He might actually be enjoying this.
What?
The world.
What, you don't make 3 distinct lip motions whenever you say the word what?
Interesting.
Nani?
You felt something was wrong, didn't you? That's why you brought me.
Don't you think they're worth saving?
If you think they are, you know you'll have my aid.
Even if you disagree?
That's not for the likes of me to decide. It's up to you humans.
Oh, you mean that time? I remember. What about it?
What Minoth said bothered me.
Oh, I finally pinned it. She sounds kind of like Maury Calliope, the VTuber.
The dog shit.
Do not know who that is.
What if
It's the rapping VTuber.
I do not know. I do not watch VTubers.
really wants.
Cannot comment.
She sounds a little bit like Mithra.
Don't mean it.
Hey. What are we going to do if we defeat Malice anyway?
Literally imagine it.
You know,
To be fair, actually, it's probably not
like
that
I told
dissimilar.
Hugo, go home
I'm
and
pretty
work
sure.
it out.
I don't know if Calliope is affecting an
I didn't
accent,
get to
but she
harvest the
is,
Grom
I
rice
think,
this year.
raised Japanese,
Well, that
or at
might
least
be good enough
moved
for you.
there.
Hmm.
Like I know she's fairly
Some others might
fluent. I
not be
think.
too pleased with
I don't know their frickin' life stories. I just know that she sounds kind of like this.
So it's like she has like a really forced, like like Americanized American, like almost like the London received pronunciation version of the American accent.
I don't watch VTubers. I'm just vaguely aware of one in particular. Well, probably like 3.
But she has
He
big
was
tits.
one
isn't
of
he?
yours, right? As we discussed, I engaged him as a broker of cores, but no more. What a waste of a human being. That much is
I
hard
noticed the
to
silence.
deny. What are you driving at?
I could not name more than 8 VTubers, Brelix.
I can name like
The
3.
project we spoke of before. I think it may be time to set it in motion.
Oh my god. No.
His strength will grow exponentially.
Bro, what is this dude? He looks like a Coraline antagonist.
He's got like buttons sewed into his eyes.
Oh, please. Even if we can't, there's no need to worry. After all, this is just a prototype. Sooner or later, the binding will decay and he will die. I hear he's got some connection to this Paragon of Torna, you see. He'll prove useful either way. Torna, then? He's on your mind, isn't he? Malos. Not him, but what comes after.
God, why did I ask for story? What a mistake to make.
I need you all to voice this cutscene while I eat my dinner.
Alright, I'm Minoth. So, you're trying to take down Malos.
Okay, you voice Hugo.
Okay. We must. He's already sunk the Syrian Titan. We can't just sit back and let him destroy the whole rest of Alrest. The whole of Alrest. Of course we can't. But he's the Aegis man. You can't just go up and try to fight him all on your own, huh?
Alright, you voice Mithra.
You can when you've got another Aegis in the party. Word! Did she just say word?
Yeah, apparently.
That's so Calliope, dude. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Alright. Even still.
Alright, you voice Adam.
Alright.
Ben, you gotta voice somebody. What the fuck?
No. It's okay. He's right.
I'm gonna voice Jin.
In any case, our primary goal is to defend Torna, and not necessarily to bring Malos to a grisly end. Perhaps we can convince him to end this peacefully. You do that. It'll be a damn sight better than getting yourselves killed for no good reason. You've got rookie eyes.
Alright, you gotta do Laura.
Ouch!
Here's the blade of office, just like Malos. I'm sure he knows far better about our chances than we do.
Discord really scuffs that. Does it scuff it when I do that?
No.
Huh. Alright, maybe I should do Jin.
It's almost certainly NVIDIA broadcast.
Yeah, I have broadcast turned off. You say he's being realistic. I am being realistic. If it's a Malthus saying the capital is the target, then it has to be true. You still trust him after everything he's done? Whatever he does, it's for his own benefit. You're just pawns in his game. We all are. It does seem better to act upon the information we do have rather than move around aimlessly. All right. No, wait. Who's he? All right. So what will you do now, Minoff? Now I join your little traveling troupe. How else am I going to keep tabs on you, rookie? Ha! I suppose so. If you're going to the capital, I assume you're well equipped for the desert. Well equipped how? Oh, so you were just going to go in there and collapse from desert fever. Fantastic. Desert fever? An endemic disease caused by fungi. What? Desert fungi?
Desert fever caused by the desert fungus.
Okay, alright. The warm, damp, dark, and cold environs in which fungi grow. The desert. Never mind.
Antarctica, definitely a desert. I don't know if fungi can grow there, but it did fulfill most of those criteria.
Some of those. I said warm and cold, didn't I?
Yes. So I said most, not all.
Yeah. There's no harm to blades, but to humans it can be lethal. Why haven't we heard of this? That. I forgot. Dumbass! Are you trying to get us killed before we even find Malus? Let's see to it that that doesn't happen, shall we? Am I Laura too?
Yeah.
We'll need enough medicine for Adam, Hugo, Milton, Mikhail, and me. Okay, we'll have to backtrack a bit, but they should have something back at the resistance camp. If we can collect the ingredients, they should be able to make enough antibiotics for all 5 of us humans. What do we need?
Another fucking fetch quest.
Tawny carrots and nest extract, I believe. We can get the tawny carrots for the torn and grasslands. Oh, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, you should voice a Gion as well.
Alright. No, Fan, you're a Gion. I'm overruling you.
Aw, come on, I've been on stream for 9 hours today. My voice isn't barely holding.
You're overruled.
Sorry, Fan, I tried.
And to obtain the next
the next extract? What? The nest?
I thought it was next. Yes.
It is nest extract. I think this is a typo.
I think that's a typo.
And to obtain the next extract, we still have to defeat Semelia nests.
We have the last extract. We need the next extract. Okay, then. Let's get going. Main story quest. To cross a desert.
Even the main story is fetch quests now.
Can you check your quest log to find out if we need nest extract or next extract?
I am going to do that, yes. To cross a desert.
There.
That doesn't even really look like a desert. It is nest extract.
It's just a typo.
Good work. Good work, lads.
Wait back in like 30 seconds, hang on.
Needs to go tell Monolith Soft about their shitty fucking game and its shitty fucking typos.
Can we talk about why Mithra is Mickey Mouse, by the way, in your voice catalog? You made her Mickey Mouse, like, straight up.
Okay, so the actual reason I do that, whenever I have to voice your average woman, essentially, is from most abridged series. that did not have a woman on the voice crew. And so, like, I don't know, like, you know, Sakura from Naruto Abridged. I think, like, God, what the fuck's the main girl's name in Yu-Gi-Oh? And, like, at least one, you know, not Mai, but the like actual main group one.
Fuck. What is her name? She doesn't do anything through the entire series. Anyway, I just noticed that Mithra was especially like Mickey Mouse.
But yeah, that's just how it always ends up, is that I do that voice. It's just like stupid falsetto and it ends up sounding like Mickey Mouse.
I was about to hear you say like, oh, I'm Mithra! Oh,
oh. It's actually more like I think the defining one is Katara from Avatar Abridged for me, because I would always quote, "You don't fucking talk to me like that." You actually wait, I think that is a Mickey Mouse reference, isn't that?
That's Mickey Mouse, bro.
That's Mickey Mouse from South Park, I think. You don't fucking talk to me like that, you little piece of shit.
Yeah, that's straight up South Park.
It's gotta be South Park, yeah.
I think someone.
This guy says he doesn't watch fucking South Park.
I didn't. I genuinely didn't. I think someone either showed me that piece or, like, just told me the joke. And I just repeated that in my head as a child.
Those are Semelian Nexts.
Ah, you're right. Shit.
Yeah, let's go kill these Semelian Nexts. I'm looking forward to finding the Somalian
Path of Thorns. I'm looking forward to find the Somalian next, personally.
How funny would it be if you killed like 20 of these and you were like, I can't get the quest item, I can't get the quest item.
Because it's bugged and it's looking for the next extract.
You just like saw.
I could believe it too. Like, it can't, but like, it can.
There's no way, but it would be hilarious. There's one quest in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion as part of the Fighters Guild quest. I mean, it's a fairly major quest in the game, where sometimes, for no discernible reason, they just don't give you an item that they need to give you for you to progress. And you just soft lock, even in like the community patched version of the game. It's kind of incredible.
Okay, now I gotta kill another nest. And I'm hoping I can just reload this area over and over again and kill these two nests.
Well, you don't want to walk half a kilometer to go find another one?
Oh, I got 2 nest extracts from that one. Fucking up this random bug.
This guy's kind of cute.
Which one? The enemy I'm fighting?
Yeah, the Telarik.
Yeah.
We killed him before.
We've killed a couple of them before, yeah. Not particularly new. You know what? This guy survives this attack. No, I was gonna chain attack him just to really pound it in.
Did overkill?
No, he didn't survive, so there's no need.
I mean, my power, a danger.
As long as you are with Adam, there is nothing to fear.
Phew. You sure put a lot of trust in that guy.
I think you understand why I do.
Yeah, this works. Good enough. What bridge? Let's go.
I was gonna joke about playing Hoi after this, but frankly, I'm literally so tired that I might just leave.
Remind me why we're here again?
That's understandable. I just kind of want to finish this desert fetch quest, and then I was probably gonna stop, to be honest with you.
How long is that
going for a while?
I don't know. I think we need like 2 more nests killed.
Sorry, I don't think we need anyone else.
So yeah, we need the next to die.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Okay, I think that's enough. That's literally 2 more. When you got 2 from the last one we killed, that's gotta be enough.
Got it. Oh, that is my shot. Oh.
Well, that thing died.
Just like...
Yeah, these moths aren't very durable.
No.
Why did you just become invisible quickly?
I need to go. Oh, all the way back here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Good thing that you have a teleporter, and we'll teleport.
It was a nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Mungo!
Oh my
Hello
god.
there, Mungo!
Prince Autumn and your companions by your side. If I may boldly guess, were you so kind as to come here in order to obtain some desert traversing preparation?
Bang on the mark! Here's enough tawny carrots and nest extract for several people's share of remedies.
Oh, very good. It never hurts to be well provisioned. You've no idea how touched Mungo is.
Is this a character who you've seen before,
No.
or did you just kind of clock him?
No, this is just Mungo.
Okay, fair.
This gladdens not only Mungo's heart, but also those of Mungo's resistance, and of Mungo's people, the people of Aletta.
The people of Mungo. Huh?
Looks like you've finally found it within you to bear the burdens of Torna, your majesty. Wonderful.
Sorry, Mungo, I'm not sure I follow you. I'm not sure I Mungo you.
You think this day would finally come? The long years Mungo has spent waiting for your majesty to ascend the throne.
Adam, you're thinking of doing anything like that, are you? No, the threat never even crossed my mind. Where's all this Mungoing from, Mungo?
His Majesty the King has a kind heart, no doubt. About it, a little too kind at times to do what he must. Mungo feels that many of his subjects long for decisive and resolute leadership, such as the Prince could offer.
It's Mungo. Prince Mungo. If only I could lay claim to such irresistible charisma. Your Imperial Majesty, what a thing to say. Prince Adam possesses great virtue, but I must humbly assert that your Majesty has at least an equal portion of Mungo. I concur absolutely with Aegean, your Majesty. I really think you're making too much of this charisma of mine. Anyway, I can never usurp a lawful ruler or Mungo. I want to get to the royal capital, but only to protect Mungo, not to take it over.
Really? Well, that's a terrible shame if you ask Mungo, your Majesty.
JJ, you're still
I don't know
off.
if you're serious or not there, Mungo. But either way, that kind of Mungo is unwise, to say the least. Prince Zatar is notoriously insecure. If he heard something like that, things could get pretty... interesting.
Interesting. It's alright for some.
Anything's interesting when you can just sit back and watch from the sidelines.
It's Mungo.
Well, I was certainly moved by your declaration of loyalty, your Majesty. I promise to be a little more discreet. Wait, Mungo promises to be a little more discreet about Mungo's hopes for you to ascend the throne from now on.
Then you can stop addressing me as your Mungo. Well, then, my good apothecary. For how much can we acquire your fine desert medicine?
Yes, the purpose of your visit. Forgive Mungo. Mungo got a little sidetracked there. Mungo will just take the ingredients and combine them post-haste.
That was really fast, thank you, Mungo.
There we and Mungo are. Desert medicine for 5.
Thank you, Mungo. Alright then, now, at last, we can finally cross Let Bridge and make for the capital.
Mungo will pray for the safety of your journey, Majesty. Alright.
I hate this.
I think that's as good a place as any.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop it.
Let's Mungo call it a night.
He's a medical professional. Look at this guy. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody.
Fan got banned.
Be more dumpster fire next week.
Why are you putting him in your carousel, man? That's weird.
Who did what? What's happening?
I removed Fan from the chat.
No.
I just sat through it like 4 minutes of you guys just saying Mungo every 5th word, and I make one joke, and all of a sudden I'm on the
I
carousel.
primarily said Mungo when it was plot relevant, okay? There's only really one Mungo joke from me.
Pizza even missed an opportunity where one of the guys was like, "We should go," and he was like, "Mungo should go." No, it's the wrong thing to put it on, you fucking idiot.
We should Mungo. Anyway, night, y'all.